And welcome everyone to your first dose of Thursday night racing right here on the platforms of OOR, and we are going to SEBRING in Florida, and it is night racing at its best. I'm super looking forward to this. This is going to have its own little bit of exciting flavor. So you're in for a real treat tonight, folks. My name is Brad Spark. A very good evening to you all. And of course, I guess you could call him like an old favorite here on the old WEX servers with me on a Thursday night. Nathan, good evening to you, mate.
Oh, good evening to you too, Brad. It's been a wild day already, and we're here to relax and watch some chaos at Sebring at night time. We know what this track is. Relax and watch chaos. That sounds like an interesting Thursday night to me. Sit down, watch some Aussie dash cam. Instead, we've got a good old LMU to give us that instead. So, yeah. Good old Sebring's going to give us plenty of action for that tonight.
Absolutely. 17 turns around this monstrous track. We were having a little bit of a chat about it before we got on the stream, and it really is got a whole lot of technical parts to the track. There's a hairpin in there, and let's not forget the bumps on turn 17 just before they get onto the start-finish straight. I mean, there's so many things for these drivers to actually think about when they're going around this track.
Certainly. I mean, I suffered quite a bit in the academy race on Tuesday night. That the good old bumps at turn 17 took me out. Unfortunately, ruined my race. So I know I'm quite all too well. But thankfully enough, the people driving are a lot more skilled than me. So hopefully they won't suffer the same fate.
Absolutely. And we're also looking, of course, the hairpin is going to be somewhere to look out for. Turn 7, I guess, and even turns 15 and 16, that Le Mans part of the track.
Yeah, certainly. It's always pretty technical around this track. It's not the most even of surfaces to drive on. Let's be honest. It was an old airfield, so... Yes. I don't think they cared really what the road was like, as long as it was a road.
Absolutely.
Now we see cars drive on it. We love it. It's been going around for years, and thankfully enough, for the beautiful what do we call it? Blessing of technology, I'd guess. We can do it at home now.
How awesome! We are in qualifying at the moment, folks. Just under. Oh my lord, it's going to be one of those nights. Just under 6.25 minutes to go, and we got hypercars and GT3 cars back on the circuit tonight, going at it, and it looks like Turner is topping the charts for the hypercars tonight, and Donington not too far behind them, and then Vintner, and you've got one of the hypercars on your screen right there. Tunstead? James Tunstead?
Who knows? I'm not good at pronouncing things either. We'll go Tunstead. I think that's how you pronounce it. But I think I might just have to call him James.
Just James.
We'll play the first name game.
Absolutely. And I think I called him Turner to start off with. So thank you. Benny Hignett back on the graphics tonight. So appreciate Ben for doing that for us. Appreciate that, mate. And he'll be seeing us through too, because you're back on for Split Red as well.
Yeah, it's kind of become the just the normal thing, I guess, for myself on the Thursday night. You guys have to deal with me for two races tonight, unfortunately. But those that deal with me on track, I feel bad for you as well, because I haven't been the greatest of drivers. But thankfully, I'm not driving tonight, so I can sit and watch, and I just chat out of crap about how good people are compared to me. But
fantastic!
We can't loll on my skill too much longer. I think it's better shown by the people that are actually good at driving, not myself.
Don't write yourself off. Doing academy, getting better. Yes, it's what it's there for. It's for learning.
Oh, don't look at my sprints results, mate. Don't look after my performance last night. Oh, jeez. But we won't talk about that. I think we saw enough of MISANO last night. We'll see it again later tonight anyway with Split Red later. But at the moment, we still got LMU to go through. And at the moment, everyone's starting to set their proper lap times down. So Chris Dinelli is currently taking P1 at the moment with, I believe, a 152 at the moment. So we'll probably see them probably going maybe a bit faster as well in that time. I think we're expecting about a 150, maybe 149 from most of these guys tonight. So certainly keep an eye on the timer boards for that. And the GT3s, I believe, are going to be near that 2-minute mark. So obviously, Felipe already sitting there in P1, probably enjoying himself with a bit of a gap to start off the quali session already. You can see him going already faster.
Absolutely.
The tire temps up. So keep an eye out for those two. Seems we're going to have a pretty interesting battle at the top of the tables for both classes tonight. So get yourself settled, get yourself a drink, get yourself some food, and let's go racing.
Yeah, absolutely. With just under 3.5 minutes to go, let's also be interesting to keep an eye on that little 4-pack that you can see just at the top of the GT3s. Philippa, Talbot, Lele, and also Jacobs. They were just formidable last week at in last week's race, and it was exciting to watch. So keep an eye on those gentlemen and races, because I think there will be no shortage of action tonight as well.
Speaking of last week's race, I think our winner from last week in the GT3s is driving tonight. Poor Harry Lawrence. I feel like he should have tried to go for the back-to-back, but I see him still sitting in pits. I believe he might not be driving tonight, which is a bit unfortunate. Yeah, we love to see the Aston go around, but unfortunately Harry Lawrence won't be driving tonight. But we've still got a plenty packed field for both classes tonight, so definitely going to see quite a bit of action throughout.
Absolutely. Well, at least there's one constant in the field tonight, and Chris Neville is there, so that is a good thing.
Yeah, he's swapped over to the Corvette as well, which is an interesting turn. We've seen him in the Beamer the past 2 weeks, and now he's gone on the American train. I don't know what's going on there. Do you think you know, Brad?
No, I don't know why you would even do that, but obviously just trying to find a little bit of a fit. Obviously wasn't feeling it and gone with the Corvette now. So interesting choice, but anyway, that's up to Chris Neville, currently sitting in 18th position. We'll keep an eye on that throughout the race. It looks like Ty is topping the timing charts at the moment for the hypercars on pole position at the moment. Just got pole.
Yeah, he just got pole. It was actually
that was at Thistleweight,
that was good old Cam Thistleweight. That was at the top of pole, and he's currently got a purple first and second sector. So let's see how he goes through this final sector, and it looks like he's still like tumbling down the grid as everyone else is starting to set their times. Benefield, but we'll see as they all come through the field. Now it doesn't look like Thistleweight's going to improve much more. He gets P2 at the moment, but he's still got time to set another lap. Maybe he can take that top spot off Benefield. We're not too sure it could happen. It is a night race. Everyone's a bit different at night. We can already see Stevie Ty as well with a purple first sector, and he's worked his way up the field as well once again. Probably maybe a bit eager for a podium spot after last week's unfortunate events, but we'll have to wait and see for that one.
Yeah, now you can obviously see at home that it is pretty dark on screen, and it only goes through glimpses of light, and that's because unlike modern F1 night tracks that use massive stadium lighting, Sebring, oh my god, I'm going to get that wrong all night, features very little track illumination. So when the sun goes down, as you can see, the final hours of a 12-hour race, drivers must rely pretty much entirely on their vehicle's headlights to navigate the entire course at like speeds, we're talking like 170 or so kilometers an hour. You know, it's absolutely crazy. So I reckon that's going to be adding its own complications to this race. So it's going to be interesting.
But we'll see how we go as everyone's come through for their final laps. It looks like Benefield's going to be taking the top spot on the
never would have predicted that.
I don't think I would have ever predicted that at all. But Vintner has secured the second spot on the grid.
Well done.
Sneaked himself in front of Stevie Tyth. Cam, unfortunately, not being able to improve from his P4, so he'll sit there on the grid. Oh, he's just been bumped down by James, so he's probably not going to be the happiest with that, getting bumped down to the third grid row, but he's got plenty of effort to put in for the race to try and maybe get on that podium, but he's certainly set himself up pretty good to get in that spot. But it seems a bit more unfortunate now as he's just been put down to P6. But going to the GT3s, Felipe appears to have possibly taken the top spot here. It seems Lele and Monks have just finished their laps there, so they won't take it. So Talbot and Jacobs, being your usual suspects in the top 3, have also secured their spots there. Monks in P4, Vettinger's just gone to P5, and Lele's been bumped down all the way to P6.
Oh dear. So there you go. That is how this race will start.
That's good. That's certainly put a bit of a toss into what I was expecting for into the results from quality, don't you think, Brad?
Yeah, I look pretty much hypercars were almost what I was predicting in terms of Benefield, but Vintner is great. Stevie Ty did well to get up there as well. Tunstead put down some impressive timing as well. So that is that will be an interesting start to the race. In terms of GT3, I think this is going to be a little bit of a battle, and I reckon 1, 2, 3, and maybe 4 might just develop a little bit of a pack themselves and battle it out. So that is my hot prediction for the race.
Yeah, certainly. And with the spread of cars that we have as well for our GT3s, it's certainly going to be interesting, especially the Porsches and those mid to high speed corners. So that start of that second sector to the start of to the end of that sector is definitely going to be a bit of a key spot for that Porsche to make up some time. Where I feel like maybe the McLaren and the Corvette will probably make a bit more on some of the straights. We'll have to wait and see what Felipe can do in that Porsche. He's an absolute machine behind the wheel of that thing already. So I'm sure being up against some American and British engineering is going to be nothing to concern him at all.
No, absolutely not. And of course, McNeil is also there, a part of the Porsche pack as well. So as we get ready to go racing, the clock says we've got about 40 seconds on the clock as we start to get cars back on the grid, and we'll get ready to go and start your Thursday night racing right here on the platforms of OOR.
See how we go. Brad, have you raced at this track at all?
Haven't. I really haven't. I need to try and just set up where they're going to race and maybe just do a couple of laps just to familiarize myself. But this week has just been crazy. So
it's just one of those days, I guess.
It's been one of those weeks, mate. It's just been non-stop for some reason. It's just crazy. Let's get ready to go racing.
I agree with you guys. Everyone's now starting to get off their blocks there for our short formation lap. So thankfully they don't have to do too many corners. So no weaving as well. Everyone's got semi warm tires, and it's already pretty cold out at night time too. So definitely watch out for these first few laps. Definitely watch out for turn 1. Thankfully they've got a bit of runoff that they can use, but we'll have to see what happens as we're going to see the hypercars now coming around. You should be able to see maybe a bit of the treachery that is this corner. You can see them bouncing around already, just at low speed, going through that corner. So imagine doing that at 100 plus Ks an hour. It's certainly pretty
That is crazy.
sketchy.
Yeah.
And you add side by side in the mix there. I think you get yourself sorted for a pretty good battle, but we'll see how that goes. They now round on to the main straight. Benefield obviously leading the pack like usual. Benny Vintner right alongside him. Stevie Ty right behind Benefield as well, probably eager as well for that top spot. We'll see how we go because it's green lights and away we go. All the hypercars nicely off together. Let's see Benefield already taking that outside line for this turn 1 pretty well. Vintner tugging that inside pretty well there as well. Everyone keeping it nicely together. Ooh, BMW, they're getting a bit shaken up. Seems everyone's managed to sort themselves out a little bit. Just trying to get in that position, I think. This way, oh, going off wide there as well. Definitely not going to help in any case. Thankfully, he hasn't conceded too many positions, but everyone's just trying to get themselves settled in. It's a very tricky first sector on cold tyres, but still battling for position. You can see this away now on the side-by-side with Danelli, trying to hold it together, see what he can do into this heavy braking zone of the hairpin. On that inside line, definitely very close. Elbows out as he's pushed him off the track. Not too sure if that was just lines or something there, but he's kept it together. Unfortunately, that Peugeot Denali not suffering the same fate. See how we go with the GT3s, obviously on board with Sean Jacobs now on the hot heels of Chris Talbot. Once again, also just in a bit of a familiar spot, I feel, for him. He's always kind of just sat in P2, P3 for these race starts.
Absolutely. Not much changed. I was keeping an eye on the GT3s as the race started. Lele did a little bit of moving around with Vettinger and Vicky, but not too much now, seeing we've got this race underway. So Philippa, Talbot, Jacobs, and Vettinger and Lele are your top 5 for the GT3s. And not too much happening. Just a little tight-knit group at the moment. Just trying to get through that first lap. Let's go to Stevie Ty now, a part of the GT3s. He is currently in 3rd position, and you can see that gap that Benefield has already got now. It's absolutely crazy. Look at him all the way out in front, and then, of course, Stevie Ty and Vintner now going toe-to-toe, corner to corner. And let's see what they can do now. Back to Talbot and the GT3s. Talbot now having a big look at Philippa as they come on down, having a big look on the outside, and does not decide to go back through, but stays along with him. Looking like also Jacobs is going to have a little bit of a look too. Look at them go. There is nothing in it as they come through the corners. That looks like 3, 4, and 5 as they come back round. Back on with Jacobs, still in 3rd position. Wow, already.
What a move there from Talbot. It's a risky move there on the inside if you don't pull up the car as much as you want in that braking zone. You're going, unfortunately, straight into the side of the Porsche there. But thankfully, he's kept it together. Same with Felipe, not cutting that corner too well. They've kept it both reasonably together. But now we come into the on board with Shane Lele on the back from the backside of that Mustang of Vettinger, I believe. Also just kind of tailing this pack here. You can see Vettinger and that Mustang losing it a little bit in the rear, which these Mustangs are kind of known for in general. They're a bit heavy on the power application, but thankfully Vettinger's kept it together. You can still see him a little bit squirmy, so maybe he's still trying to warm up his tyres, maybe just try and keep it going, but he's kept it together in front of Lele, and he's probably just going to keep chasing Jacobs down.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's have a look at it now. Talbot, Philippa, then Jacobs, then Vintner, then Lele, then Vicky, then McNeil, then Diabols, then Bell. And you can see all the gaps now that had come up, and about a second between everyone, apart from Vicky and then McNeil. There's a little bit more of a gap there. Back now to Stevie Ty, as he is still running 3rd and chasing down Vintner. And you can see there has been no change at all. But you can see Benefield's just run off into the sunset. He's done. So he is out for his Thursday night drive. But you have a look at Stevie Ty. Look at him just right on the back of Vittinger. Wow. To see these drivers go round these track at this speed, it is impressive, especially this track, because we had a first-hand look at all the bumps. So let's see and keep an eye on them. Donnelly now, part of the hypercars. He is currently running 6th. As he comes back round. Oh, there's been a car off. You can see that. Johnston having a little bit of an off and trying to get back on the track nice and safely. Obviously just lost his way a little bit. Back now with Donnelly. You can see there, he is also now under attack as well. Coming out now, I can't see the name of that driver, but that pass has just been done. As they fly on in, that looks like turn 17. Correct me if I'm wrong. As they come on now to start finish.
Keep an eye on Denali there. He's got arguably one of the better lines through that section there. There's a huge bump on the inside there of turn 17 if you're going side by side. Thankfully, Ralpie's kept it together to just keep the car on piece, but unfortunately lost that position there. Now he's going to be chasing down SEBRING, but he's still got Denelli behind him, who's very much eager to get that spot back. You can see he's worked his way back. You can already see the BMW there of Ellis losing a little bit as well, so certainly showing how much power these hypercars have and what skill it takes to drive them. It's keeping them together very well. But now back to the GT3s. Talbot's pulled a bit of a gap on Felipe now. He's pulled a little bit of breathing room on himself.
Yeah, you can see that now.
It's paying off.
Yeah. That's interesting. It may not be as tight for 1 and 2, but definitely you can see 2 and 3 there battling it out. So Jacobs and Philippa making it happen.
Certainly, I can definitely possibly see a bit of a strategic move from Jacobs. I believe everyone should be able to possibly do tonight without having to stop. I'm not too sure if he can get that distance out in the hypercars around this track. I'm not too sure, but these GT3s might be able to push it with no stop, but I think they might, just so they can keep going full pace, because otherwise I think you're going to have to fuel save pretty heavily in it. But we'll cut to a replay now. I think this is what happened before in the hypercars. This was SEBRING and Denelli. That's unfortunately just pushed him off there, which is a bit unfortunate. Which is probably not the greatest you want to see out of it, but thankfully he's back in the running to keep going. So shortly enough, we'll see him probably working his way back up the grid, hopefully to try and keep it going. But we'll have to wait and see for that one as we keep following Jacobs now at the moment. As I was saying before, it might be a bit of a strategic move for the McLaren and Sean Jacobs, maybe to try and possibly even just play mind games behind Felipe for tonight, or even just keep it together and just see what happens.
Absolutely. Very much a wait and see. A 60-minute race. So we will see how these cars can hang on in terms of energy through the race. It's definitely going to be something we need to keep an eye on. Let's go for a replay here. And a little bit of push and shove. I think that was about when Lele kind of went down the positions a little bit. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, that looks like be our race start there, I believe, because you can see the hypercars in distance. Porsche is getting very, very loose. Thankfully, not going into the side of Edinger, keeping it together.
Absolutely.
For that.
Yeah, absolutely. Got really crossed up, but managed to keep that back under control. Let's go back to live racing now, and Jacobs still sitting in 3rd position. And, let's have a look at this. Stevie Ty. And he is chasing. Is that Vintner? Yeah, it is Vintner.
They've gone side by side. Weaving and bobbing, and Stevie Ty's got in the position there.
Well done. So, it looks like he's already put a little bit of wind there. Correct me. Yeah. Just seems like there's a little bit of a lead there already.
Yeah, a little bit. It seemed he had a much better run through turn 17. We saw Vintner, unfortunately, going very, very wide there in turn 17. You can kind of see a white line through the outer edge of that corner, and it's kind of marks the area you don't want to be in for that corner. You kind of know once time you pass that, you're a bit too wide. And unfortunately, that's paid off not in the greatest way for Vininger. We saw him go very, very defensive into that corner. You could see him covering that inside and just suddenly moving to the outside. And Stevie Ty held it together coming in on the inside there. And unfortunately, I think Vininger might have also misjudged his braking zone because he was very straight on at the start of that corner.
Absolutely. Eyeballs now. Now let's go back to Vininger. And he is in the Mustang. Now to Lele. Currently running 5th now in the GT3s. And let's go back up to the hypercars and see what they're doing. Tunstead now. He is currently running 4th, so now he will be trying to chase down Vintner. And there is a little bit of a gap there. You can see that there. It's about a, 6-second gap. I can just work out via the timing. So a little bit safe at the moment.
Safe for the moment, but James is not going to be too safe for long because he's got Gareth Raupi there behind him in the Lamborghini. He's certainly very eager in that Lamborghini, especially at a track like this. I feel like the Lamborghini isn't one of the better handlings of the hypercars in my opinion, but I haven't driven them that much, so take it with a grain of salt if you will. But Raupi's obviously taken that and gone, I can do this, let's keep going, let's see how high I can get up, and he's doing pretty well at the moment, P5. But we'll cut to a replay now at the moment with our hypercars. Can't quite see who that was, didn't see the position, but
also... is that a glitch? Or is that just...
I'm not sure there. It looked like he clipped
It looks like he lost control for some point, but that was a really aggressive kind of accident.
Speaking of aggressive, Raupi getting his nose out, and he had a look there, but unfortunately couldn't quite make it stick, and it's opened up the door for Cam now. He's starting to work his way back up the field, and he's now back in contention for some positions. So we got a bit of a three-way battle here in the hypercars, and they're also starting to come up past some of the traffic. I believe that's Vettinger in one of the Mustangs there, possibly. Unfortunately, getting pretty close there. The hypercars having to go wide. Raupi's gone extra wide there mid-corner. Thankfully, kept it on the track. Cam, unfortunately, having to do the same thing, so he won't make too much out of it. And it's kind of just given, I believe is that Denelli up front? No, that's Sirimano, I believe, up front. Some breathing room.
Absolutely. So while these guys kind of fight it out, they're pushing ahead out in front. So we're staying with Raupi now. Still making their way through the traffic. As you can see, the lights flashing. Let us through. We've got our own battle going on here. They come on down. You can see the bumps as they come through 17. Back on the start-finish. Raupi now currently running 6th for the hypercars. And Thistlethwaite literally right behind him as they come down through turns 3, 4, and 5. Now coming round through the big bend up towards turn 7, which is the hairpin. Oh, and there's been a turn. Is that Thistlethwaite? It is.
That is unfortunate.
Oh, no. I wonder if he got pushed, or is that just a mistake he made, or... Oh, no, he was doing so well. He was working his way back up.
That is unfortunate. Could this be Thistlethwaite battling with setups again? We were talking about it at the start of the season, but could he be battling with his own setup again? Could he just be fighting the car rather than just driving it?
Possibly. I mean, it did look good during qualifying, but I mean, anything goes. I mean, he did because we were having a great big chat of the season final last season, where he was battling with setups and bits and pieces like that. So let's have a look. Ben's got the replay for us. Let's see what happened. Is it a mistake, or did he get crossed up? He got crossed up. That's a big mistake there. And try to get off the track nice and quickly for the traffic. Oh, no. That is disappointing.
That's unlucky there. Thankfully, didn't quite lose as many positions, but he's still got a bit of a way to work up. But speaking of gaps, we've already seen Benefield pull a decent gap of, nearly 4 seconds now. So I think we need to start placing bets on what the delta is going to be at the end of the race. I'm putting a 30-second delta, I reckon, by the end.
30 seconds?
I
what did he get last week? It was about 30 seconds last week.
Exactly. And that was a bit of a shorter race than tonight too.
I am going to go 29 because I'm good like that.
If anyone in the chat wants to put a higher or lower than ours, if it's higher than 30 seconds, you can get a crisp high five from me. How about that?
Jeez, why wouldn't you enter?
It's not
Benny
every day you get a crisp high five.
Hell yeah. Benny Vintner now. Let's sit with him for a little while. He is currently running third for the hypercars. Just below Stevie Ty. And then, of course, Benefield out in front. Now, this is interesting. You have a look at those energy there, and Ralphie is like down on 33%. So he won't get through this race, will he?
I don't think so. What are we looking at? We're looking at everyone.
Wait, he's down on 32% now.
Everyone's at about 60%, and we've only been driving for 15 minutes. Oh, Ralphie also nearly going to the backside of Lele there. Jeez, that was a close one there, and he's kept it together, but it's now costing him a bit of gap to the car in front, which is a bit unfortunate, but it might be a strategy from Ralphie, because it's looking like the hypercar is going to have to do a pit stop here. Might be a bit of a strategy. You might be playing the early game, trying to get that early pit stop in, and then just absolutely push it for the rest of the race.
Interesting. All right. Well, we need to probably keep an eye on that. So he's down to about 31% now. So how many laps do you reckon he can get out? How long do you reckon he could last? I mean, that will only get him to about half an hour, won't it? Ish?
Possibly.
Just putting it out there.
Everyone's used about, what, 30, nearly 40% already, and we've been driving for just over 15 minutes. So it's certainly going to be close. This is Rappy getting a bit close there. I believe that's Packham behind him in the Peugeot. So Packham's hot in the heels there. Certainly going to be an... Oh! Do we just see a hypercar disappear in front of our eyes?
I thought I did.
And yeah, Benny's just confirmed it. Poor Ralphie has just unfortunately teleported to the
Oh no!
Is that the ye old faithful Le Mans?
Oh no! It's coming back to haunt us again. We got through last week. I got off, and we were like, "Oh, thank God we didn't get anything like that." And look at it disappear! It's
Gone.
like a ghost. Oh my Lord!
I think he hit 88 miles per hour. He might be in the future.
Oh no!
That might be the play there. 88 miles an hour.
So, Ralphie, the first victim of Australian servers on the LMU. Interesting.
Let's pray we don't have much more of that tonight. We've got
pretty
good battles lined up. We saw it at Bahrain at the start of the season, which has been good so far. But
also, Chris Neville is here, which concerns me a little bit because he was in this race.
Yep. Half the field disappeared again. Some of us have dropped, and some of us are still going.
No. We got through last week unscathed, and now this. This is crazy.
Yeah, no, it did the same thing. Like, everyone glitched out for a moment, and then I think some people managed to get back in. But nah, me and a few others just crashed to the menu screen. So.
Oh no.
Right.
Are you going to get back out there, Chris?
Nah, I'll have got into a fence. I was mid-turn, so.
Oh, nice.
That's unfortunate for you, mate. I think it's kind of a bit of a common thing this week already, especially for you Kiwi boys. But especially in Split Yellow, you Kiwi boys had a bit of a struggle. Unfortunately, trying to even join the race yesterday. So it seems that's kind of plagued itself here in LMU now.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Like, the Tuesday Academy race was absolutely fine, and then this is this. But no, I just thought I'd do my due diligence and come to the comms box and tell you folks what's going on.
Appreciate it, Chris.
Love it, Chris.
Let's just put it down to Nathan's fault, hey? We'll just do that. I reckon.
Why me? What did I do?
You're the common denominator. Are you?
We didn't have any issues last week. That's all I'm saying.
No, we didn't. We absolutely didn't.
Not me.
So that rules that out. Yeah, okay.
It's clearly not me.
And we can actually see Lawrence back out there now. So he's now running. Because I didn't think he was actually having a start.
For the race.
Yeah.
Maybe, but he's out on track and he's P11. So he's actually he might have a bit of a run. I didn't quite see whether he's on the lead lap or not. So maybe he joined us for the race start. I didn't quite pay attention too much to the GT3.
No.
He is on track.
He is. He's about 2 minutes behind, so he's probably bordering a lap down at the moment. Because the next one's Layla Bell, and she is a lap down. So is Jacobs and Diabols as well. So all those normal front runners are pretty much in the pits or a lap down. So, take a look at this.
Was that Lele just spinning out there? I'm not too sure.
Let me have a look. We're with McNeil at the moment. Oh, I didn't see where Lele was.
I think I saw a +1 lap next to Lele's name. So we'll see here now from the POV of Rashudi.
And just crosses over. Oh no.
Grass once again telling you that is not the racing surface.
That is what not to do. But we appreciate Chris Neville coming in and just communicating that to us. Appreciate it, Chris. Thank you.
Certainly. So our new leading order for the GT3s is Vettinger and P1 once again due to server issues. I'm pretty sure you'd be pretty happy with that. And then I think that's McNeil in P2, Rashudi P3, and we've got a few others I can't quite see the names of in the
Brooker,
pack. A lot of
Bensley.
Oh, there we go. Brooker and Spentley still there in top 5. They must be pretty happy with that, as well as Vada Vicky enjoying him good old P6 as well. And I think I saw Marty Chit there, who's now in P9, sitting a bit further up. So I'm not too sure if he's maybe pitted or something now to try and extend his stint out. So might be in there. We'll see how he goes. But he was there in P2 for a second there. I'm not too sure if he's maybe suffered the same issue or not. Yeah,
not sure. Let's have a look at the hypercars. Benefield out in front, bordering a 12-second lead at the moment. Then Vintner, then Tunstead, then Ty, then Packham, then Saramana, Donnelly, Thistleweight, Johnston, Crispy, and also Ralphie and Bushell and McFarlane and Ellis.
I think Bushell also got slapped with the good old LMU moment there. I'm not too sure because he's sitting on pits. Ellis, we saw what happened to him about 10 minutes ago. His very unfortunate trip into the wall that has retired his car. I think he's very much over it.
Yeah.
Possibly, but Ralphie, I believe, has managed to get himself back in the car, so we'll see what he's doing a bit later. But he's got quite a bit of running to do to catch up.
And how disappointed would you be if you were Stevie Ty? He was literally second. He was literally going to be behind Benefield, but now look at him down in fourth now. So Vintner's back up there in second, and then Tunstead, then Ty. But then again, that is racing, isn't it? Especially on the LMU servers. Let's have a look at this replay. Oh, a little bit of bump and shove, and someone gets... Almost like he didn't turn. Oh, no, but he would have... Yeah.
That, I believe, was Stevie Ty, and it looked like he was just skating along the track in that braking section. Not because he was locking up, but I think just because maybe his connection to the servers was a bit shaky, so he might have luckily avoided the same fate as everyone else, but unfortunately has now dropped down quite a few positions.
So let's stay with him now. Down in 8th now. Oh, no, 4th. No, still 4th.
Unfortunately, but he's still getting pretty loose, but you see him there closing that gap slowly to James Turnstead at the moment, so definitely keep an eye out for him because he's going to be very eager for those positions up ahead. I'm pretty sure he would definitely much rather having a P2 than sitting where he is at the moment, especially after everything that's going on. But let's cut now to Daniel Clark in the Porsche on Porsche action now. Inside, very, very close line there from the other one. Very, very clean move there in the turn one.
Oh, see the hypercar. there was literally a hypercar there just coming off the green stuff. And I was like, you're not supposed to be there, mate.
I don't believe that's a racing surface. I don't think the green stuff's a racing surface. This isn't rallycross. I believe.
Can't do that. Not in these cars. Might just get a little bit sticky for everyone involved.
I see you in the chat now. Someone's saying server issues and hypercars handle like absolute shit now. Fair enough.
Listen, granted, absolutely. Makes perfect sense. As we go around, here's a little bit of useless information for you. During the 1966 race, a massive catastrophic fire erupted in pit lane when a fueling hose ruptured. It destroyed multiple pit structures and cars, prompting SEBRING to become a pioneer in implementing modern high-tech fire safety regulations and professional trackside firefighting crews for sports car racing. There you go.
So I guess we have pit lane fires to thank, but we'll cut to a replay now of one of the Toyota hypercars. I think this might have been the one that we were just talking about before.
Oh yeah,
we see him just going for a trip in the grass there.
You can't fall driving that. Oh no, he's gone. Oh,
just parking it up on the side of the track.
Just enjoying the scenery.
Oh, I love how this wall looks. I really love it.
Hello, wall. You're such a stud.
It's my friend. Hello, friend. Let's get to some of the action of the GT3s. We've got Vado Vicky now. Under pressure from the Aston Martin, who's just cut it up on the inside. Alright, geez, I can't hold it together after that. Jeez. And Chit, who we were talking about before, has made his way back up in the Porsche, so he's now competing for positions now, competing for that P4 spot along with Vado Vicky and I believe that's Angela? There we go. Andrikovic. There we go.
Andrikovic, yeah. Oh, I see this desperate dive. Just having a look and putting the nose right up on the inside. Didn't make it stick though. Vado Vicky under major attack from Chet. As we see them go around now. Now, let's have a look at this replay. Coming around. And, just goes, and a big shunt into the wall. That'll hurt. So let's go back to racing with the GT3s, with the hypercars coming through the traffic. Vado Vicky there on your screen, with Chit right behind him. Let's have another look at this replay. Oh, and kept it under control. That is legendary driving. That is brilliant from Vado Vicky.
Well done to keep that BMW going, and well done for Chit just conceding a little bit there. He knew what he did wrong. Fortunately, probably Vado Vicky might have suffered a little bit of rear diffuser damage, but we'll see how he goes. He's kept it together. So I feel like the real test about how damaged a car is going to be this corner here. You can always see him coming through T1. Seems to keep it pretty stable. So it seems like his car's in good nick, but we'll see now because Chit's heavily putting the pressure on, having a dive on the inside. Can he keep it together? He's got the better line. And unfortunately, Vado Vicky's just had to concede that position and might just have to go around and try and get it back.
That was so smooth. Textbook pass. Just saw the opening, threw it down into the inside of that corner, and just as clean as you like, Chit goes up a position and earns 7. And it stripes. So good. Well done. So let's go now to the hypercars. James Tunstead is who we are going to be focusing on at the moment. And now let's go to Stevie Ty. And the flashing lights, letting them know I'm coming through. Currently running in 4th at the moment, so no change there. Just keeping it nice and clean at the moment. As they come on now, just down to about half an hour left of this race. As you can see, Stevie Ty come on down into turn 17. Those bumps there, you can see the car come on through, back down onto start and finish. Going around Chet. Wow, that was ambitious. Coming around now. And going straight down into turn 1.
So he almost got held up by Rashudi a little bit there, don't you think?
It did seem that way for a little bit.
But see, here we go. Packham's now behind him as well. He's got his turn to weave through the field. Thankfully, he's got a nice stretch of road to just ease himself on by, as we see there. So he can go back to chasing Stevie Ty. He's certainly probably also very much eager to get on the backside of that Toyota. I know if I was in a Peugeot like that, I'd be very eager to compete with a Toyota. We're seeing the Toyotas do pretty well. Stevie Ty's just kind of proved that Toyota is actually a very, very valid car to drive in LMU. So props to LMU, I think, for modelling a good car, honestly. But fix your damn service, please.
Amongst other things. Definitely fix your servers. Packham now on your screen. So he is chasing Stevie Ty at the moment. Now let's have a look at this replay. Oh, just off on the side. Goes a little bit across country. I'm not sure who that car is. That's car 54.
I believe that was Rashudi there, because unfortunately the car numbers don't line up with the actual numbers for the drivers. But thankfully enough, they have a nice little display on the side that actually shows their real-time position on track or in their class. So you can see now SEBRING, that beautiful Genesis there with a nicely lit up number 6 on the side of his car. That's his position on track. So thankfully, modern technology is helping us out once again to figure out who's who.
So good. I first realized I got into the server tonight and I was like, hey, Ben. And he was like, hey. And I was like, hey, we're night racing. And I saw the lit up numbers and I was like, please saying they're going to light up the numbers during the race. So thankfully they are. There's a little bit of useless stories there for you folks. Sorry.
The pre-commentary shenanigans.
Yes. There is no other term for that.
But everyone's kind of settled themselves in. It's been unfortunate, these LMU servers. They just ruin whatever we had for good racing. I'm a bit fed up with it at the moment. We had some good battles. We had what was it? Talbot. We had Jacobs. We had Bell. We had Lele. We had a lot of really good drivers that can very much compete within each other, and they've unfortunately just dropped off.
Yeah, it is a bit sad, but getting some other drivers up and getting them some positions probably isn't a bad thing, but I guess it is. Look, it is
the chance some higher points on the tables though.
Yeah. I mean, it is frustrating at the end of the day. It is. I mean, we shouldn't have to almost restart a race and, because the server doesn't work. Anyway, get off my high horse and let's focus on Stevie Ty for a little while. Part of the hypercars, he's currently sitting 4th. I like what one of the comments said. So you practice during the week for what's essentially a coin flip, whether the servers work or not. Couldn't have said it better myself.
But see how we go. We've got thankfully a bit of multi-class racing. It looks like a Porsche. I can't quite see who it is. Has worked his way up to the back of that Mustang. I'm not too sure if they're a blue flag or not, because it's a bit hard to tell on the timing boards at the moment as we see Pack and Wee through and down just fly by, because hypercars and GT3s. We've all seen it before.
Yeah.
But we might have a few small battle packs forming. I'm not too sure. So small few battles here.
I'm just having a look. I mean, that is. I'm assumingly that Mustang we just saw there was the Mustang Avenger, and he's currently running first for the GT3s. The next closest one is McNeil, and I thought he's about 18 seconds back down the road. So, interesting. But let's look at a replay then. Oh! And the back just steps out, loses control,
James
and goes...
Yeah, that might have been what happened to Tunstead, possibly. Because he's... Yeah, that makes sense now, because he's in P6. I was looking at the time boards and seeing... how did he fall down the list? Because he was running P3.
Yeah.
Stevie Ty was chasing him, and now he's fallen down the grid. That explains a lot.
Good work by Thistleweight as well. Looks like he's working his way up. He's now in 7th. We last spoke about him when he was 9th. So he's doing a good job working his way back up into the field. And his next closest one is actually Tunstead, and he's about 30 seconds down the road. That gap for Benningfield to Vintner, last time I looked, was about 18 seconds. So it looks like it's just slowly pulling away from the rest of the pack.
Yeah, there we go.
16, 17.
Here we go. Just bumping in between 16 and 17 seconds. So we're getting close to the mark of 30 seconds.
Yeah.
We're slowly getting closer. We're a bit over halfway through the race, so I'm not too sure what's going to happen. But we'll have to wait and see, pretty much for that, because now we're pretty much just placing bets on pretty much what the deltas are going to be. It's not racing anymore. I think we're turning into a bit of a money game.
Look at us go. Just throw money on that. Gamble responsibly, folks, by the way. Just do that.
Not meant to, but we will. I feel like this is the one time we will talk about it.
Here, I've got some more useless facts for you. The famous Hollywood actor and racing enthusiast Steve McQueen actually drove a Porsche in 1970 in the 12 Hours of Sebring. Despite racing with a broken left foot in a cast from a motorcycle accident, he and his co-driver finished second place overall, only losing to Mario Andretti by 23 seconds. There you go.
That's actually not a bad driver to lose to either. I think Mario Andretti's a pretty well-known name in the car, I guess, industry. Just cars full stop. If you know who Mario Andretti is, you definitely know what kind of man he is. I think Steve McQueen, who lost to Mario Andretti, I don't think that's too much to cry about.
Definitely not, but definitely interesting. And incidentally, it's also the birthplace of US Formula One in Sebring. December 1959. Had their first race here. Yeah, there you go. I'll give you some useless information so you can use that later.
We have, 3 tracks in the US now?
Yeah.
Forgive me if I'm wrong. What's it? It's Coda, Miami, and good old Las Vegas. That I believe should not exist at all.
Controversial opinion, is it?
I don't know. I mean,
it's
I
good
was
though.
about it when Danny Rick said he wanted a Las Vegas race and he got it to drive it, but that's pretty much the only time I've watched it. But that doesn't really matter.
No. And as we mentioned before, of course, the land originally a self-contained training city for the U.S. Army Air Force pilots back way when. This entire track, or the entire facility, was an Air Force base, as we've mentioned before. hence all the runways and the bumps and everything alongside it as well. Let's talk a little bit of racing, shall we? Rather than just filling your ears with useless information. Stevie Ty currently on your screen and third in the hypercars. Next closest person is Vintner, and he's about 10 seconds up the road. Packham now on your screen, currently weaving their way back through. He is behind Stevie Ty. You can see him just out in front there as they're just trying to negotiate some of that traffic, and one of the GT3 cars off the track. Not sure who that was.
That might have been Talbot. Was that a Corvette or McLaren? I couldn't quite see it.
No, couldn't quite make it out.
That might have been Talbot. Not too sure there, but it's certainly given Packman.
Oh, Benny will know. Benny will tell us.
Here we go. Got the POV. Watching one of the Porsches go through now. Just in front. It was a Porsche.
Oh. Safe rejoin, so well done.
Another case of rallycross, but certainly no rallycross here between the hypercars. We can see Packham's worked his way up.
Oh!
Look on the inside of 1017, and there's contact!
Oh, no! Just a little bit of a clip. And... Oh, it looks like that wing has come off as well.
I believe they're both still driving, so they might be able to limp it back to the pits.
Oh, no.
But we'll cut
that was going to be really exciting.
Oh, I kind of saw it coming from a mile away, and it unfortunately did happen. We'll cut to a replay of it now. You can see Stevie Ty in front, Packham behind. I feel like there's a very, very aggressive dive from Packham. I'm not too sure. You can see him almost nicely alongside, and just taps the rear wheel.
Oh, and you can see that. That is a mighty, mighty crash, and you can see the wings are gone.
Parts flying everywhere. Packham doesn't look too super affected. You can see the top of his wings gone. So he's gonna have a bit of loss of downforce there. But let's cut to James Toonstead now, who's currently still chasing Sirimana, and he's closed that gap up quite nicely. So let's hope we don't have the same reenactment.
No.
We kind of have to wait and see. I'm touching wood, crossing fingers. So
you can see.
We've had enough issues tonight. Let's not have more.
You can see how close he is. He's hungry for it, going turn by turn. He is right there, looking for an opportunity. They come on round now.
Here now we come to turn 17. Are we going to see a reenactment? I don't hope we do. Toonstead very, very close to the back of it. Of a wider line.
Nah, obviously playing it safe. Didn't go in on the inside. Just tucked in behind. Now on start finish. What can they do around turn 1 now? Well, turn 1's just as bad as turn 17, isn't it?
Oh, almost. Almost. But
almost.
Together, there they go.
Oh!
The Porsche getting around. Toonstead getting a bit loose. He's kept it together. Hopefully he can keep it together as he comes around that turn through the 3-4-5 complex. Come out of what is technically turn 6. Let's see how they go in the hairpin. Who can keep the car together?
Who was going to break first? Oh.
We go, both keeping it very, very nicely in there. It's a heavy braking zone in that one. They haven't lost the rear end or had any moments. They've kept it together quite well. Sirimana still holding that position very nicely. Seems to also have the better run out of that sector there. We'll see him coming through now. Sirimana having a little bit of an extra tap on the brakes there in the apex, but he's kept the speed. Looks like he's got the better line through there as well. So maybe he's found this spot where he knows he's faster.
That still hasn't shaken Tunstead.
See him now.
Oh, as they come up alongside.
Side by side.
Oh, no.
Oh, that might have been...
It's gone.
That might have been what we saw before when we were talking about virtual energy and such. Serum might have reached the end of it, and I believe,
no!
I think he was on the line before going into the pits. I'm not too sure. It looked like he kind of cut the line there to go into the pit exit. So bit unlucky. Might be lucky there. It's a weird pit entry to Sebring. It's kind of the entry technically starts at like the pretty much the entry of that set of corners there. So if you're not already hugging the right side of that track and you go, oh crap, I need to go to the pits, and you turn, you cross the line, you get hit with a pretty heavy track limits penalty. In LMU, you pretty much just got to stop in the pits and let the penalty system sort itself out, and then give you a green light to keep going again.
Interesting. So away we go now. Tunstead's still on your screen. And he is still running third. Vintner is second. Benefield is first for the hypercars. Looking at the GT3s, McNeil is actually heading that up now, along with Spenceley, and then Vittinger is your top three.
Kind of curious what happened to Vittinger there, because we saw him leading the table for quite a bit there since the great wiping of a lot of our poor GT3 drivers. I believe it's like half the field that's gone out. That's pretty much gone, but thankfully quite a few have been able to join back in. I'm certainly curious with this, because you can see him just there on the screen now as Toonstead comes looping around past him, but he's still chasing Spenceley down to try and get that position back, and it seems he has, because Spenceley's now has gone into the pits, so maybe he just pushed his fuel a little bit too far, and unfortunately has to do a bit of a splash and dash. Vettinger's got a bit of work to put in now in these last 12 minutes or so to try and catch up to that lead.
Absolutely. But the question is, when is McNeil going to be in for his pit stop? Because he's only got 4% left, and I don't think he'll get through 12 minutes of racing on 4%. So maybe that is Vittinger's ticket to get him back into first position.
That might be. He might have pitted already. That's a possibility of what happened, because we haven't we didn't see anyone go off track that wasn't a Mustang. I mean, we saw the Porsche go off before and have a bit of a rally cross moment, but thankfully he's kept it together. But it might play out in his benefit, because he's got about 30% of virtual energy left, and we're just ticked under the 12-minute mark left, so he might have played the strategy perfectly.
Absolutely. You can see our front runner there for the hypercars on your screen, Daniel Benefield. Just doing his normal Thursday night drive. Currently sitting at about 8% of his energy. So he'll probably want to come in fairly soon. There's McNeil. He's currently running first, currently with just 2%. So he's probably going to look at pitting this lap as he is there. There you go.
While we're talking about pitting and everything, poor Brooker got a deep drive-through for speeding in the pit lane, and so has Spenceley.
Oh dear.
So that's going to hurt him a little bit. Hopefully they can get through that pretty quickly. It's not a super long pit lane. It's just an annoying pit entry and exit. The pit entry, the pit exit kind of has you go from the inside of turn 17 straight to the outside, so you can make the corner. But we'll see how we go. So we've got McNeil now coming out of his pit box. You try and keep it going. We've got Vettinger now coming just past the pit exit there. So he's played the strategy game perfectly there.
Nah, he's done well. Just watch those other two competitors just go in and pit, and he's now back on top for the GT3s. So well played to Joshua Vettinger in the Mustang. Now let's go back to Benefield, because he's going to probably want to 5% and 9 minutes to go. Nah, he'll probably need to come in, right? But let's look at Vintner. 1% left. What a rock star. Just want to put that out there.
This might turn out for the good for Toonstead, depending on the delta between them. if Vintner keeps it clean going into the pits, which we'll see in the next few corners or so, we'll see what happens to him now. Here's the start of the pit entry. It's very early on. He's nailed that perfectly, and then it just cuts off. See how we go. It looks like he got it to the speed limit just before the line, so hopefully he's kept that as well. But he's pretty much pushing 0 for virtual energy.
It's like one of these people. Nah, we've got enough. Let's just do it. We've got enough fuel. Let's make it happen.
So Eyes on Toonstead now. He's probably might be aware that Vintner's in the pits, and he's going to be under the pump now. But he's just like near the end of the first sector, so it might not pay off for him.
No. That will be disappointing. Vintner now on his way out of the pits now. So just a little bit of a splash and dash to get him back out there. So he retains second position. Looking at Chris Brooker now, part of the GT3s. He is currently running 5th at the moment, and it looks like there's a little bit of a tussle there. Spensley? Spensley should be behind him? Does that make sense? No, that doesn't make sense.
That does make sense. Unfortunately, I think that might be a blue flag of the Corvette behind it, I believe. Or that might be the Corvette of I believe Talbot, because Talbot's still driving.
Yeah.
They're P14 on the side of his car, so that is definitely Talbot behind. Talbot, I'm not too sure.
Right. Okay.
Trying to get past because he is I believe a lap down or 2.
I think he is. Last time I saw the timings. Yeah.
Really not going to be able to, but he seems pretty eager to get in front.
There's Benefield. Just compared his pit stop and just put in, obviously, the bare minimum. Only 7 minutes left in this race. And thank you to the chat. Talbot is a lap down.
And it seems Vintner has very much clearly played off in terms of strategy getting towards the end. He won't get that P1, but he certainly might have. He's definitely going to have P2 in the bag here if he keeps it clean for the rest of the for this just under 7 minutes left to go.
Yeah, absolutely. Same for Tunstead as well. I thought he had some air behind him and in front of him, so he might secure 3rd as well. And then look at what am I looking for? There's Ty is down in 12th. So that really did finish his race. So Stevie Ty's out. So I am looking at probably Cam Thistlethwaite. So he's currently running in 5th.
Yeah, there we go. He's made his way back up again. Unfortunately, probably not under the circumstances you'd want, but he's in P5. He's in for his pit stop now. So Crispy behind him in the Aston Martin, who I believe he had a pretty decent delta in between the two, but we'll see. Crispy definitely going to be under the pump now, as he's definitely got more than enough energy to keep going for the rest of this race.
Yeah.
He's still only now coming through the middle sector, so see what comes out from him, but we'll shortly see soon enough as he passes the pit entry. So I believe he might possibly get the position. I can't quite see Cam there in the pit, so maybe Cam's made it out, but I think this might explain possibly what happened to Cam a little bit earlier on as we come to the replay now.
Smack! Oh.
Smack straight into the wall. He's kept it together. Thankfully, the car's still drivable, but probably not in the greatest of conditions, and he's gotten through half the lap to keep going. But unfortunately, I feel like that damage has unfortunately done the worst for Thistlethwaite, as he's now down in P7.
Yeah, so he's had a couple of people pass him while he's in there, obviously getting some damage fixed or what have you. And he will probably be further down the pack to finish this race, which is a bit of a shame. I was going, well done, Cam, going up to 5th. Pack him now. On your screen, here is Thistleweight. He's now out. He's fixed. He's making it happen. 7th position. He is currently running in. So he is behind Johnston and Crispy. So let's have a look at Donnelly now. Donnelly coming around. Of course, Donnelly is behind Thistleweight. So let's see what he can do. Driving these cars around. Just under 3.5 minutes to go in this race. Has been action-packed. So we're crossing our fingers, no further server issues or anything else, and we can just race home. That would be amazing. Still focusing on Chris Donnelly now in 8th position.
Yeah, but keep an eye on Packham there behind him. He's closed that gap a little bit now. Oh, Donnelly's gone off.
He's lost
He's
it.
gone off.
Oh, he was doing so well. Packham just goes straight through, says, thanks, mate, and comes on through. Say, he.
Yes, please.
Yes, I'll take that one. Thank you. And now he will sit behind Thistleweight. Still currently a lap down as well. And let's have a look at Benefield. 2 minutes to go in this race. 28 seconds in front. I think that is 28. No, 29 now. So bouncing between 28 and 29. So you might, it might actually go over 30, I reckon.
We'll have to wait and see. If he gains a second each lap, I think I'm right on the money, but we'll have to wait and see for that one. But we'll see how it goes. We're now following Joshua Ventinger, who's probably going to be starting what might be his last lap for the GT3s now. So
Absolutely.
Just under the 2 minute mark, so we'll have a look. But I don't know what lap times they're currently doing in terms of race pace. I know it's around the 2 minute mark. So this is most definitely going to be his last lap for the race. So most likely Benefield's as well, but we'll have to see, because obviously he's miles in front. Who knows at this point? But we'll cut to a replay now of one of the hypercars. I believe that was behind Veninger. This was Chris Donnelly, I believe.
Oh, smack! Straight into the wall.
Straight into the wall of... That's definitely taken a lot of lives around this track. But here we go now. I think Benefield now has, as he's come across the line, he is now starting the final lap of the entire race. So he will most likely get that 30-second delta. I can already see it just ticking over the 30 seconds now. He's getting close.
He's just going to keep an eye on that for the rest of the race. Oh, there you go.
There's a 30-second gap. It's very much there. It's in sight. It's not so much of a who comes P1, it's how far ahead can he get from the rest of the grid. It's pretty much racing. He's been racing himself all night.
Yeah, he's just been doing his Thursday night drive.
I know for sure he's got the Spotify tunes absolutely pumping. Well, maybe not, because it's Sebring and it's a pretty sketchy track to drive. Who knows? Maybe he just needs to focus. But he has been completely focused on this drive and has kept it together for the entirety of it as he's coming through into the last few corners now before we hit the Ullman straight and what will eventually be the last quarter that he turns to get to the finish line. But we'll have to wait and see. That turn 17 is obviously pretty treacherous, but we'll see as he comes across past all the pit boxes now. Once again, coming across for the last time around Sebring, hopefully for a lot of people. And he's kept it together all race long, and he will most definitely come across the line for that P1
And well done.
Shortly. So well done to Benefield for getting that once again. And he got a 32-second gap there.
That is
32-second gap when he crossed the line.
That's amazing. That is pretty good. So well done to Benefield winning this race, putting it in the bag. I don't want to know. For the hypercars.
Yeah, sorry about that. My roommates being clowns once again.
I thought that's what it might have been, but we all had a sneaking suspicion.
Yeah.
Vintner comes across in second and will claim that. Also, Turnstead will get third for the hypercars. Saramana will get fourth. And Johnston will get fifth, it looks like. But he's in the pits, so there you go. Chet did really well. Third position for the GT3s. Congratulations to Matty Chet. Also, McNeil looks like he's claimed second. And Vettinger, of course, will get will claim first place for the GT3s. As we go further down the list, Brooker, Spenceley, Vardavicki, Rashidi, also Lawrence, also Layla Bell is in there. Clark will round out your top 10 for the GT3s. What a race. What a race. Filled with so much action, both with racing and just general server action as well. It's just been crazy.
Oh, what a race. Sorry, I had to deal with stuff for a sec there, but honestly, not what I was expecting tonight.
No, absolutely not. It was not the hard racing we came to Imola for. It was definitely hard racing, but of course, as we said, once we got server issues, it tends to jumble the entire field up a little bit. But as we said before, gives people the opportunity to obviously get a little bit higher in the standings that they wouldn't normally get the opportunity to. Now, we're about to also go racing again, and you're in for a double stint tonight. It is Split Red next. Where are you guys going?
Good old MISANO tonight. It's super sprints tonight, so it'll be two 25-minute races around the very terrible track that is MISANO. Don't ever drive GT3s around there again, sorry, but we got plenty of action jam-packed for us later tonight. I believe we'll be live once again in about 10 minutes or so. So don't go too far. But from now at the moment, that's it for all the LMU action tonight. And we'll see you very shortly for Split Red at MISANO.
Good night.
line. Go, go, go. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to OR Sprint Series Season 26 Round 4 Split Red at MISANO. On comms tonight, you got myself, George Sicanius, and my mate here of Nathan Rocky. Daniel, how are you going tonight?
Oh, it's a bit bruised, bit of blood on him that I don't think is mine, but...
Just a backstory there, he apparently was beating up his mate in his room just before the comms came on. So tonight we're split red. We've got two 25-minute races. There will be a qualifying between race 1 and race 2, but there will not be any reverse grid. So tonight it's going to be get yourself out the front there, because it is not an easy track to overtake. As we saw last night, it was some brilliant racing last night, and I believe tonight it's going to be just the same. So what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I'm keen for it. Last night's racing wasn't good from my perspective. It was very short-handed, to say the least. I got copped quite a bit at the end of race 2 yesterday, but I'm hoping everyone on track tonight doesn't suffer the same fate that I did. But I'm not the biggest fan of MISANO, but it's always good for racing, and I'm here for it.
Yeah, look, it is a great track. Look, I don't mind MISANO. There's obviously a lot of track limits you've got to watch out for. It's easy to invalidate a lap, especially in qualified, especially when you're pushing to the edge. But there's going to be a few guys up there, which is obviously you're going to get Stan Griffiths, you're going to get Bruno Ellis, you're going to get Jaden Ronronello, who had a good run last night. Aiden Squires is going to be another one up there. Giacomo, mate, tonight's going to be a fantastic race. These guys are on point, and obviously the bot might affect some guys and slow them down a bit. It could make it for some very, very interesting racing as the first laps are coming underway now. Well, we'll find out in a moment.
Quite a bit. Oh, there we go.
There we go.
Breno coming around the first couple of corners already, keeping it pretty stable, but Griffith's taking the top spot on the board for the moment, the 1:33.2. Expect to go a little bit faster. I can't quite remember what the quali times were at the start of last night, but can you remind me again, George?
Ibrahim Bank did a 33.1 in the first race, and Lucas, who only done the one flying lap, did a 33.1 on his one flying lap. So I'll be tipping if these guys learnt, because obviously a couple of guys raced last night, they might have dialed their cars in a bit more. We're going to be looking into the 30, I reckon in the 32s, maybe mid to high. We'll see what happens.
Maybe. I'd be interested to see a 32. I mean, that's lightning fast compared to me. I think I topped out at I topped out at a very high 1:34, and that still put me near the bottom of the field.
You're not Robinson Crusoe there, buddy.
No.
I was finding the Lexus. Here we go. We're on with Chalmers here. He's 0.5 up, coming around with one more corner to go. Can he maintain that? That's going to get him up a fair way. That might get him into at least 4th or 5th spot. He's maintained. Yes, he's improved it. 0.6 up, and bang, straight into 3rd spot. 0.03 behind Griffiths. Let's have a look with Aiden straight in. There's your 32.860.
Look at that. He's setting the pace early on for quali tonight already. That's what I believe is a 10-minute quali session for both times around. So certainly plenty of time to get a quali lap in, as long as you can keep it valid. But props to Aiden Squires for that, setting the first 32-second lap of tonight. This is now following your favourite man, Chris Cooley, in the Jag. Already up on his Delta. We'll see what he can do. I'm hoping he can maybe sneak himself into the top 3, don't you think?
Yeah, look, it'll be good to see it. I mean, obviously, as I said before in the previous week show, kudos to him to driving a car that is that old and probably hasn't had any luck from ACC for many years. But 0.2 up, get himself in the top 5. I think, yeah, maybe he's got a fair bit of talent. He might be around about the top 5. But definitely inside the top 10. But we'll see how it goes towards the end there. I believe that I'll take the stab in the dark and say that 32.8.6 from Aiden might get him pole. We're on Chalmers again. Here we go. Sorry, we're back in Keely here. He's just splitting a little bit of time off, but he's still another 10th up. That's going to jump him up to 5th spot. Well done. Keep him going. He's still got enough time to do at least another three more laps. We're on board with Stan at the moment. Oh, here we go. Aiden. Oh, a 32.822's gone up another 2 1,000ths of a second, something like that. Back on with Stan Boskovic, who, if I'm not mistaken, last night won race 2 last night. Yes, he did. It was a great scrap with the last five laps to go. Let's see if he can get... Oh, that's wide. That's going to be invalidated. Yes, it is. So that one's scrapped. Now we're on with G. Coman. Can he maintain it without trying to lose some time? Very easy to lose time around this track.
Certainly, especially in this section here before that back straight. I don't know about you, but I've certainly lost the most time around, especially coming into this braking zone here. That double right-hander / hairpin, I still can't nail that.
Yeah, it's not easy. I mean, obviously you've got to be on the brakes. You've got to drift it out a little bit wide. You've got to take a very late apex. That gives you a good run down this back straight. So, yeah, getting the braking points right is very, very crucial. So we're on Chalmers again. He's got some good time here at the moment. 0.3 up. Did he maintain it? Yes, he has. He's got 2 more corners to go. We know that Porsche's got a great front end. Can he maintain it? 1 more go. This is going to jump him up a few spots again. Let's see. Comes out of last corner. Gets good drive. Oh, lost the 10th, but there's still 2 tenths up-ish. Goes across into 5th spot. Well done. 0.5 off. Well, almost 0.6 off. We're on board with G. Coman. Nope, still maintains that. He's still got 2 more laps to go.
Yeah, would have been good for G. Coman there to get his P5 back, unfortunately. But following Stan now, he's already 3 tenths up on his delta. So you can see there's about 3 tenths between P3 and P4 already. So this might chuck him into the front side of that second row, maybe even onto the front row. See, he's nearly half a second up on the delta. See, he's coming around. He's lost a little bit of time, but we'll see what that Lambo can do in a straight line. P2 for good old Stan there. He's played that perfectly there.
Yeah, with a pretty much a 33 flat. Now, what can Loopty do here? Can he get a good run with that Lambo? Oh, sorry, the Lexus down that back straight, mate. That thing's got some pretty good straight line speed. We saw it last night. He just lost a little bit coming out of the corner. Can he maintain that and maybe get those last 3 corners correct? Coming into the hairpin now. He needs to get on the pick. Slow in, fast out. Yes, he's sort of maintaining it. Can he take a bit curb there and get some? No, still maintaining it. Going around the last corner. Can he get the good drive out of here? No, it's just going to maintain that 1 more, and he's still got 1 more lap to go.
Certainly safe for Griffins here now, holding just over his delta there. But that's put him into P2 already. And he's still got just enough time to set 1 more lap, thankfully. But we'll have to see what Stan can do. But following Scott Rodford now in that beautiful Kovacs Cornflakes Aston Martin. I do love that livery quite a bit, to be honest. We were talking about it last week. I think it was the cornflakes and the bananas.
Yeah, put your bananas on your cornflakes, buddy.
There it is. I think you hit Cam with that last night as well. I'm not too sure from watching the stream back a bit, but Scott Rochford probably not being where he wants to be on the grid, but he's still in that top 15. So for a silver class, he's doing quite well. I can see Aaron Campbell there just behind him in P15. I think he's already packed it up. Scott Rochford just invalidating on that last corner too. But we'll follow Giacomo now. He's well and truly up on his delta, so maybe he can sneak himself back into those top 4 spots, but we'll have to wait and see. And see stand there behind him, probably also maybe hunting for that P1. Definitely going to be very, very eager for that, but we'll see how Giacomo can do. He's still maintaining that 0.3, nearly 0.4 delta. You can see it just shoot up in the middle of the corner, but can he hold it together? Not quite. He hasn't got the best exit of it. He's lost a 10th there already. Kept it in the track limits as well. Let's see what he does for the final corner. kept it in there as well, holding 0.2, so probably losing a little bit of time there, but we'll see what puts him up. Puts him up to P5. So good run for Giacomo there, but Aiden Squires, like you said before, has pretty much just taken pole with that 32.8.
Yeah, and not by much. It was only by a tenth, so a little bit of a cough here. So obviously, Justin, to stop, because I believe that Aiden's just going to take off if he gets into turn 1, turn 2, once he gets onto that straight. We know how that McLaren actually drives. Here we're going through the liveries again. We've got the Red Bull there of Aiden. We've got the Why Not Racing team of both Justin Griffin and Stan Boscovich. And then obviously you've got Lupti there with the banana car. I still like that livery. Sorry, I do like it. It looks good. Then obviously you've got Giacomo there, and further back, I didn't see where Bruno, if he was in there or where he qualified. I'll be tipping he's going to be starting from down the back if he's in there.
Possibly. He might be doing the same thing we saw at Laguna Seca last week. He might just be working his way up the field. I mean, it's 2 sprint races tonight, so I'm not too sure if it's the best idea, really. I'd just be battling for that top spot to try and get as many points as possible.
Yeah. Obviously, they'll be right. We've got Tim Gobes there in 8th spot, and obviously you got there's the Jaguar made the top 10. He's in 9th spot, and obviously you've got Miller, then you got Bank, which is in the Lexus there, and moving further down. Like I said, some of these liveries are looking fantastic again tonight, and especially in the second race under lights, these cars look fantastic with the headlights and the floodlights as well.
Yeah, certainly. I know we were going over the liveries last night quite a bit, and it's almost a bit of a replay for some of them. Obviously, the Why Not boys kind of spreading themselves out between split yellow and split red. A few outliers. We've got a Zebra Rexy there. I can't quite see who that is, but lined up just behind him is Scott Rochford in the good old Cornflakes livery. Certainly quite a few splash of colours through the rest of the grid. I'm actually loving it.
Yeah, it's very good, and it's good to see there's a good field tonight. So the racing is going to be interesting. This track obviously throws up a few track limits. There can be the odd incident. So let's see if they can get through turns 1, 2, and 3, especially going to the double right hander or 4 and 5. If they get through that with too many incidents, we shouldn't see a safety car. And hopefully tonight they drive as well as they did last night and just kept it nice and tight. And like I said, last night was a very interesting race, especially in race 2 under lights. I can't wait for that. So they're going to be heading off very shortly to warm up their tyres and brakes. The track temperature, obviously, because it's late afternoon, we're looking at around about 7 o'clock, I think it is. Track temperatures are around about 16 degrees, so everyone's got to make sure they've got the tyre pressures up. So they're going to go out there, warm up their tyres and brakes to try to get everything in the operating window, or close to the operating window as possible. And yes, I just saw Bruno there leaving the pit. The grid, I should say. He is Stone Mother's Last, so he's going to be doing a Laguna Seca again.
Yeah, certainly. We saw Lucas Keys do the same thing in, I believe, both race 1 and 2 last night as well, which from the back of the grid, for me, it was certainly a bit terrifying seeing that Lamborghini sitting behind me for the first few laps.
In the second race, no, he qualified. He put a lap down, which got him into 4th spot, I think it was, off the top of my head. I'd have to go through my photo to see. It was about 4th or 5th, and that's when he did the chase down there, got himself into 2nd spot, and for about 25 minutes was behind Stan there, putting a lot of pressure, and it was very interesting racing with about 3 laps to go, that's for certain.
Certainly was interesting at the top of the field. It was absolutely hell down near the back. I think it was 3 or 4 of us that were a few laps down at the end.
This is MISANO. This is Marco Simoncelli's. They named the track after Marco Simoncelli, who unfortunately lost his life in a MotoGP accident.
That's unfortunate. I remember his name now. He's been educated a little bit at the MotoGPs for a while. Certainly a bit of an enthusiast, but it's a bit of a shame, unfortunately. That was just over 15 years ago now, so it's good to see that he's still known in racing today, and will probably continue further on, because I don't think anyone's going to be able to take his spot there at all.
No, I don't believe so. It's up to you. You want to take the first couple of laps?
Oh, why not? We've had some chaos at WEC already tonight. Let's add to it with me being on comms for the race start. Why not?
Mate, you got the Dukes out, mate. You've been punching the bag, so you should be good to go.
Oh, I've been punching more than just the bag, mate. I'm fired up and ready. And so are these guys. They're going double file already, getting themselves nice and tightly packed up, eager for those positions there. But obviously, Aiden Squires is going to be leading them on for the race start with Griffin right along beside him, staying with Stan and Rondinella just also behind them, nicely side by side. But we'll see how he goes. They come onto the main straight shortly enough. Very well soon we'll see the green flag waved, but we'll just have to wait just a little longer.
Green light. Give it all you can.
So here we go. As the green flag is waved and everyone's underway, Rondinella already very eager there on the outside of T1. On Griffith's stand, taking the inside line, keeping it very, very clean, but he's still putting the pressure on there from Rondinella. Everyone going side by side, keeping it very, very clean. A few bit of jostles here, tussles there. Thankfully, very clean. Gia Coleman also getting a bit excited there in between Rondinella. And it looks like there's been a bit of contact between Stan and Rondinella there. A little bit of a touch from Gia Coleman as well, but he's kept it together. And it's further pinballing around. I believe that's Tim Gobe going into the wall there, along with another Porsche. And Chris Cooley, the man, has made up quite a few positions already just from that race start. Hot on the heels of Pete Chalmers there in that Porsche. You can see the McLaren there as well of Sam just behind.
There goes the Jag.
And there goes the Jag. And there goes Jack Miller, who's thankfully kept it out of the wall. And Rondinella is currently sitting behind Gia Coleman, so he's kept it together after that little bit of contact, but unfortunately has lost that position to Gia Coleman, and Aiden Squires is just seeing himself off.
Oof, very interesting. I think the one with Stan and Jaden there, I believe that might have been a little bit of ACC physics. It wasn't inside, basically door to door, but unfortunately ACC physics, I think, was caused that more of that spin. I don't believe there's anything to be done with that one, but we'll leave that up to the stewards. Now we're on Bank behind Kiri. Let's see what happens here. We know that Lexus is very, very quick. Not too much around here, but once they get onto the back straight is when it makes the big head rate on most of the cars. But unfortunately, because of the couple of right-handers, it doesn't quite have enough to get past them. Ideally, once it is a mistake, that's when you can get past. So you've got to be staying very, very close to capitalise. And on top of that, he needs to sort of get a little bit up the field because there might be bragging rights between him and Nate. Oh, here we go. Watching the replay here. There it is. It's going to go on the inside. Nope. Just trying to see whereabouts. Oh, there it is. Just that little bit of a tap. Just that little bit of a tap. Not enough to really unsettle the car in real life, but in the ACC physics, it's a bit shot. And there goes Tim. Oh, that Milwaukee. Oh, my God.
I always thought Milwaukee was reliable, but I guess not.
Yeah, so back onto, I think there'd be bragging rights between the father and the son who won the race one. He'd be going, come on, Dad, you can do it, I can do it, you can do it, go for it. So, here we go, another replay again. Oh, yeah, this is the one we was talking about. It's just going to tip it in, they're just going to touch at the end of this straight here. Oh, actually, it's a little bit harder hit than what I thought. Oof. Okay, we'll definitely leave that up to the stewards and see what happens from there. Oh, there's another little love tap there.
Another little tap there. It almost looked like Stan maybe just clipped the curb a little bit too much there, because you see him, that front right of his just jump up a little bit. Probably didn't help him at all and stop him. But here's Chris Cooley. This is what happened to him. He just got that tap from
Bank,
Alexis
I think.
there. Yeah, that might have been Bank. I'm not too sure.
I believe that was Bank. So there's no other Lexus up there. It's just him. I don't think that was Miller. So I could be wrong. We'll just leave it up to the stewards to decide on that one. Oh, the Jaguar. I want to see that Jag doing really well too.
He was doing well. It was doing well last week at Laguna Seca. He kept it together, but unfortunately, the Lexuses have had other ideas for him.
Ooh, yeah. Well, that track is a tough track as it is, and with that car, it makes it very difficult. So here we're on with Kay Johnson with the Porsche, getting a little bit of pressure from Miller from behind. This is where the gone a little bit wide there. You'll find that Lexus will start to get the overrun on him. Oh, here we go, the cornflakes. Going on to Rochford, onto Bank. How do we go in here? Under brakes, he's going to look at it. There's definitely only one car line through there, but you can make a move down the bottom here. It's easy for a car to overcook this corner. And then power out with 2 corners to go, get the good run. But yeah, look at that Lexus just fire out of the corner. That Lexus is an absolute weapon in a straight line, especially under power. Going onto the front straight, does he keep it nice and smooth? Giacomo with the 33.2, very quick time with, say, half a tank of fuel or just under half a tank of fuel to do these 25 minutes.
Certainly, but we'll keep our eyes to Tour Bank at the moment, who's unfortunately tousled down to P8, and he's got Scott Rochford there, the cornflakes behind him. Had a look just before, he might have a look again, but obviously there's a few straights up ahead where this Lexus is going to power through. So that's all up to Scott at the moment to try and do the best he can with that Aston, but it doesn't quite look like he's going to do it. He might just have to settle in again and try and get another lap.
Yeah, all you can do is do what Lucas was doing last night to stand. You just got to stay as close as you can. Get your car in the mirror of the car. Get him looking behind and in front. And that brings a few errors. So let's see if we can do errors. But there's a bit of a train happening here. So anything can happen with 19 minutes to go. All it takes is one mistake, as we saw last night. There was one mistake made and there was 3 different cars for the lead lap. So it's still possible. Absolutely possible.
Certainly, you can see it now from the rear end of Aiden Squires and that McLaren. You can see in there, definitely probably eager to hunt down Aiden. They've both gotten off pretty clean at the race starts, and now it's just keep it together for these 25 minutes. And Aiden obviously now setting the fastest lap of nearly a 1:33 flat. Whew, that is lightning quick for a race lap.
Well, it is a sprint series and you get away. Oh, he goes under brakes. Has he looked about? No, he just tucked it back in. Allowed Rochford to close it up again. This is just going to ebb and flow because some parts of the track suits the car, and then you got the other part of the track suits the other car. So, the Porsche's looking. Johnson's was looking there, had a little bit of a sniff. This is where you either win or lose it through this corner. If you take too much curb out here, and that's where track limits and obviously the ripples there on the outside can compromise your speed. But obviously all these guys went through it nice and good into the hairpin. I would say the corner names, but I'm not that good. Coming into the double right-hander here, where you've got to trail brake a little bit into that, just drift it out wide, tuck it in nice and tight, and then just power out. As you can see, another replay here. This is with on board with Stan. What happens here? Oh, just in the wrong place at the wrong time, unfortunately. Oof, nasty. Nasty. Oh, he's made a move. Oh, a little bit of tap. Oh, and here comes Rochford. Can he get in there? Yes, he has. Can he maintain it? Can he get the drive?
Yeah, Miller having a look there. He's kept it together as well.
Yeah, he has.
With Turb and Scott battling together, but also...
Porsche!
What was that? Oh, I couldn't quite see who that was there. I believe that might have been Alex Curie there on the Porsche.
Bank on Rochford. Got in front. Look at that power of that Lexus. Just driving straight down the straight. That Aston is a very, very cool car, but just suffers a little bit on power. It's a good car, but it just suffers a little bit, and that's where it really hurts. So now he's got to do it all over again. We're just going to have the replays coming up for the overtake. Let's have a look here. What's going on here? Gets a good run in. Yeah, that's... Is that, if I'm not mistaken, that's Miller, I think that is?
Yeah, I believe that's Miller and Johnson there just up in front. You can see Alex Curie there behind. And Miller's gone wide.
Yeah.
Portion of the wall.
Yeah, unfortunately, completely off the track and coming back on like that, it's not going to be looked favourable by the stewards. We'll leave that one for the stewards. Ooh.
Yeah, I think a stern penalty might be coming his way, unfortunately. Considering, I mean, lucky enough for the Porsche, it was just outside the pit entry. So if he needs to repair some damage at all, he's right there. But we'll pay attention to Scott Rochford at the moment. He's currently stuck in between two Lexi of Turret Bank and Jack Miller. So Jack Miller probably going to have the shadow of a possible penalty coming over and hopefully soon. We'll find out. But obviously Scott Rochford is still, once again, just trying to get that position off Turret Bank. But we'll have a look now because we're watching Carl Johnson now behind this kind of pretty much 4-car battle pack. And he's just kind of sat back. He had his little off there just before and he's kept it together. I managed to miss what was Alex Keary getting sent into the shadow realm by Jack Miller. But we'll have to wait and see. You can see Miller there already getting pretty close to the Aston there. Oh, Scott Rochford might be able to make something out of it on this straight, but we'll have to wait and see. Rochford pretty much trying to do the same thing, but I don't think he's going to be able to against that Lexus.
Nah, not at the moment. It's once this gets onto that back straight, because that's when it can really open up the legs. And it gets a good run out of that, but Bank is still a little bit far. You can't dive into there. Yeah. Going out wide again. This is where you want to try to get it launched out of this corner. Here we go. Oh, Bruno. Let's see what happens here. Does he send it from a mile back? Does he lick that stamp and send it? Yes, he does. Does he? Oh, overshot the corner.
Licked the stamp and sent it, but Ozpost misdelivered the package.
Yeah. he tried to send it express post, but unfortunately it got delayed in Sydney.
Got sent to the UK, much like a couple of other packages that people have ordered from the States and everywhere else. But yeah, we don't need to ramble on about that too much. We saw Roger just have a quick look there on Bank, but obviously Bank's pulled a bit away now. Now Miller's starting to put a bit of pressure on him.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, that Lexus will always keep you in the hunt. Because of the rapid pace it's got, it's just hard to pull away because, you know, once you get onto the straights, it's always going to give you the tone, especially if you're in a bit of a slipstream. It's very, very powerful on that car, so it'll be able to stay with it. Here we are with Barker fighting against Johnson. How we go about that we know that Beamer can be pretty rapid as well. It is a pretty good car around here. So let's see if he can sort of get a bit of a toe and a drag down the back straight, but that Porsche's got a very, very good front end and good braking. I think the only where it suffers a little bit is that real fast right-hander. Does tend to get a little bit tail happy, but everywhere else that car is phenomenal around this track.
Certainly, and as we're kind of in a bit of a lull of people trying to make overtakes, let's go through some of the penalties that we've recently our first drive-through of pain there, so I'm starting to put bets on that we might see 2 or 3 more tonight, but I'm not too sure. Campbell got a 15-second penalty. I'm not too sure how he got that one. We didn't quite see it. Maybe that was part of the pinball action that was Tim going into the wall. I'm not too sure. And then the aftermath of Jaden v Stan there in the first lap. Jaden's unfortunately just got a bit of a slap over the wrist with a 5-second penalty, but he's pulled a pretty good gap on Chalmers. He's nearly got the 5-second gap on Chalmers, so he might be pretty lucky there.
Yeah, with 12 minutes to go, yeah, he can extend that lead and he'll nullify that 5-second penalty, not a problem. And there's no pit stops or anything in this one, so it's not going to affect him too much. And we know that Jaden is showing last night that he's pretty rapid around here as well. So here we go. Justin Griffin, he's actually starting to tighten up a little bit on Aiden. Aiden just coming a little bit of tyre issues. You do tend to get some tyre loss around here by clipping the curbs a fair bit. Obviously, Justin's just going to try to make up for last night. He had, the second. The first race wasn't the best for him, so back on Rochford, still trying to put as much pressure as you can on Bank. Gets on the back. Oh, just a little bit wide there. It's going to hurt him a little bit. And then Bank is actually closing up on Sam as well. So this is going to be interesting too, because that's going to slow down Bank, which will allow both Miller and Rochford to close up on him and make it a 4-way battle.
Certainly, you could see Miller there still just absolutely hunting the back of the cornflakes there. He might be a bit hungry. He might need some breakfast. He might need some good old banana and cornflakes, but unfortunately he's not going to quite get it just yet.
No, definitely he's not going to get it at the moment.
We'll have to wait and see. Maybe he does lick the stamp and set it at some point. Maybe on that back straight. We'll have to wait and see for when they get there. But he's certainly still hunting the backside of that Aston. You can see him just inching closer and closer through every single corner. So he's certainly got the pace, but can he keep it together to make the overtake?
He's got the drive here. He's definitely got the drive.
He's got the drive. Can he lick the stamp? He's sent it. They've kept it clean. He's kept it on the inside. But can he get the better run? It looks like he is gonna, as Rochford just slots in behind. Unfortunately, is stuck chasing another Lexus.
Yeah, he's stuck behind another Lexus. He's not going to be happy about that. But that's the joy. But we'll see what happens if there's a pen going to come his way later. If he was involved in that accident before, was it Miller? I can't remember who it was. We'll keep that going from there. Yeah, unfortunately, it's just the drive. That car's got some phenomenal top speed and it allows you to overtake, and he'll just start to pull away now. Here we are on Bank, closing on Sam, but we know that going to... Ooh, he's looking at it, he thought about it. Oh, he's gone a little bit wide, brought it back in. There's going to be potentially a track limit there. It's getting towards the end here with about 9 minutes to go. Some of these guys might be on 2, close to 3, which can compromise a bit. Oh, he's thinking about it. He's sending it. Can he hold it? Oh, he's gone a bit wide. Does it affect him on? No, he's maintained it. Well done. Put a bit of pressure. He's made a mistake and he was able to capitalise. Well done. Good move.
Certainly, you can see Rochford probably hoping to do the same thing there on Miller, but obviously that Lexus around that back half of the track is just lightning fast, and it seems Miller's just gotten the better run every single time through that corner. But we'll cut to Griffin at the moment. He's still closing that gap. We're just under, just over 0.6 seconds behind. So maybe he's starting to maybe catch a bit of that dirty air, but we'll see. You can see the different lines here as well. But it seems Aiden's just still able to keep it nice and clean and pretty much do what you need to do on these sprint races and just be clean and fast. He's done it well. But
Here we go.
Rochford now having a look.
Drive through for Miller too. Drive through's just come through for Miller for that incident before. Just overcooked and it's gone a bit wide there as well.
Oh, certainly, but that also might be track limits because we've seen him go wide a few times, so I'm not too sure. But obviously, Rochford's taken that position off him again, and now Miller's now hot. On the backside of the cornflakes once again, but you can see Carl Johnson there behind him. He's definitely very much seeing the drive-through symbol pop up next to Jack Miller's name. Has gone, oh, hell yes, free position. So he's certainly going to be not too keen to make any stupid moves here as we see Miller there go off into the pits to go serve his penalty. And unfortunately lose probably quite a few positions, but you can see now as we cut to Griffin, so he's already cut that gap down by 0.2 seconds. So we've definitely got a bit of a dash going on here for these last few minutes.
Yeah, with 7 minutes to go, he's definitely closing up a little bit. I'm wondering if Aiden's just suffering a little bit with tyres here. I don't believe that Griffin's gone any quicker. I just believe that Aiden might be slowing down a little bit. The McLaren on some tracks can be a little bit of a handful. Mind you, on top of that, he would be carrying a bit of bop because he has won every race so far. So, he even won last week as well. So he'd be carrying a bit of extra weight there. So it means the car might not be quite as rapid. We're on board here with Rochford, having a look at behind Sam. Can he close up and put some pressure on him? He's only 0.3. Gets it turned in nicely. Gets the power on. Doesn't get it stepping out sideways and just powers out. But we know that McLaren's pretty quick. So, again, it's going to be like chasing Alexis. Not quite. Oh, here we go. Inside move there by Cooley on Barker. Can he hold it? I believe he can. Oh, Barker's going to hold it. Can he get... Oh, it's gone super wide. Oh, look at the Jaguar. Just a little bit tail happy. Oh, and Bruno's behind him. He's coming into the party now. Can they maintain it? No touching there. Well done. Bruno's looking at diving it in. Oh, no. He's pulled it up there.
I almost had a dive bomb on top of a dive bomb there, but we also saw Cooley go a bit wide there on the exit there, so I think he might have also copped a track cut there. So,
yeah, it's depending. If you lift, you'll only get a track warning, but if you obviously you keep the foot into it, you depending on how quick you go in there, you might get a track. Oh, look at this, is tightening right up now, half a second now behind the top two. Can he put the pressure? He needs to put his car right under his rear bumper bar, get him to make a mistake, maybe miss a braking point. Oh, there's a track limits for Rochford now. So he's going to need to come in and serve his drive-through, and I believe that will be track limits.
Yeah, that one's definitely track limits there. I just saw, looking at the penalties at the moment, so that one for Jack Miller, that drive-through he had, was classified as an unsafe rejoin. We've just seen Griffins there getting a little bit loose. But yeah, so that drive-through for Jack Miller was for that incident, unfortunately, that sent Alex Keary into the wall. And you can see him parked up in the pits now, so I'm not too sure if he maybe had an issue while he was in the pits or something, but he's done for. He's at the back of the grid now.
Yeah. Look, yeah, look, he might have just said with 5 minutes to go, it's not even worth going back out again. We can see the penalties all come through now. They're all stacking up like a set of traffic lights. There's a lot of 15-second penalties. Let's see if any more penalties will come through. Here we go. Bruno on Barker. BMW against BMW. It's going to send... no...
Barker absolutely shutting the door tight there. Holy hell. Certainly a close one. He's definitely telling Bruno that there is no room for overtaking here. Pretty much just showing him who's driving the BMW better, but I know Breno's definitely not going to give up at all here. He's very much eager to get through. He's pretty much aiming for that top 10 spot at the moment. He's probably very eager to go a bit higher, but we'll have to wait and see for that. But we'll cut to our top two drivers at the moment. Griffin's now still holding that half a second gap on Aiden. What have we got? Three and a half minutes to go. So what? Maybe 2, 3, 4 laps, I reckon. Get 3 or 4 laps.
You'd be looking probably, including this one, about another 2 more laps after this one. And there's the 5-second pen for Bruno Ellis for, I believe it will be that little bit of a tap going into the left-hander before the back straight. So that 5-second penalty's just come through. So that's going to compromise him a little bit as well. So he might drop a couple of spots there as well. So back on with Justin. Let's see how we can try to keep that pressure on. But it looks like Aiden's not making any mistakes. He's just driving the car where he needs to put it. He's just turning it in nicely, powering out, not making many mistakes at all. So unless if he makes a mistake, I can't see Justin overtaking him, because that Lambo around here is a bit of a handful. Take it from me, I know, because I'm struggling with it around this track. So
certainly, man. I think after seeing these guys drive the Lambo and even seeing them have a few mistakes, I know those small little mistakes that they've made in the Lambo, I know it would be magnified 100-fold if I was driving that thing.
Oh, yeah. I can't, like I said, I just don't know how Luke... Oh, here we go. We've got Bruno and Barker again. Is he close enough to have a bit of a look? He's thinking about it. No, he's tucked it back in. Again, with... we're going to have one more lap after this one, depending on where the leaders are. Just having a quick look to go and better final corner. A couple more corners to go. 133.
Well, we'll probably expect, I think, 2 more laps out of this.
Yeah, I believe they potentially just depending on once they go over the line. Yeah, I reckon they're going to be close enough to trigger another lap there. Let's just make sure. Oh, Barker's gone nice line.
Oh,
that's opened the door.
Tight. Oh, he's kept it very, very tight for Brennan there. Brennan getting the better run out of it. A little bit of elbows out, a little bit of touching there. Barker getting a little bit loose, but he's having a look on the inside. Brennan left the door wide open for him there. But still hot on the heels of that BMW, and you can see him just inching closer and closer. Having a look on the inside bucket, just having a little bit of a defensive move there, holding that slightly tighter line. But Breno not really able to get anything out of that.
No, it was very, very good driving. Hard and fair racing. That's what we'd like to see. That look at the Jaguar just squirming on power. It's just he's trying to get the drive on. Look at that. It looks like a smiley face there. Look at it. It looks like he's a happy little camper having a nice Sunday drive out there on the racetrack. That Jaguar. Oh.
Oh no, that Jaguar is just happy to be here.
Yeah, absolutely. So. We've got a bit of a replay between these two guys again. Let's see what happens. Oh, okay. We didn't see that one. Well, yep.
I think we know what the outcome of that one is going to be. We saw it before.
Yeah.
Poor Barker losing quite a few positions. He got tossed all the way down to P14, so expect a heavy penalty. And we can already see the outcome of our leaders with Aiden Squires taking the win of this race. Griffin just not having the drive to get in front of him, and Gio Coleman P3. So what? Top three held their spots pretty nicely, but Rondinella holds on to that P4 against Turub, which is good from him. Same with Turub Bank holding that gap between him and Chalmers, so they'll keep their positions nicely. And poor Chris Keeley holding a P9 with what could have possibly been a top 5 finish for him if it wasn't for that first lap.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see what happens here. Gets in there nicely. Oh, nice overtake. Yep, very nice overtake. Nice and clean. Got the drive. That was the Lexus power getting past and just look at it, just to start accelerating away. With a couple more cars to go, so obviously we'll get through the list shortly. There's going to be probably about a 30 or 40 second break before they'll go out to qualify again. We're on with Payne coming in with the Ferrari. And obviously it's going to sort of, this doesn't affect the second race, any of these penalties. This is just towards the point standings there. So it's going to be a clean slate with qualifying for the next race.
Yeah, certainly we can really see the outcome of Breno Ellis's unfortunate contact. Parker adding to his penalties there. Plus 20 seconds, so that's going to send him down the grid to P17. So, unfortunately, trying to send it just a little bit too hard has certainly copped him pretty harshly in this first race. But let's hope he can do something better as we come into very, very shortly our next qualifying session. But we'll have to wait and see. I believe everyone's starting to come out now, so we'll see what everyone can do. Hopefully Aiden Squires can maybe secure double pole and a double win, but we'll see what he can do for this next qualifying session. He kept it very, very quick through the first one, but we'll certainly very much have to wait and see as we follow Tim Gobe now on his out lap, who suffered quite a bit in that first race. I feel a bit sorry for him, considering I believe he also suffered quite a bit in the first race last night and suffered the same fate today, really.
Sometimes you do get into those type of runs where in the wrong place at the wrong time. The track temperature has dropped a little bit, so air and track has dropped to 16, which produces a little bit more horsepower, so a little bit quicker time. So potentially some of the qualifying times might be just a smidge quicker as the temperature. And we know that the race is going to start under lights, so just stay tuned for that one, because under lights, like I said, these cars look pretty good with the flashing lights and all that. They're very, very good. They're going to try it up to warm up their tyres and brakes now, because obviously, and that's if they've been able to adjust their tyre pressures correctly too. Some of these guys who've been racing last night and racing again tonight will be a little bit better equipped to get the right pressures from last night. But let's just see these other guys that didn't race last night, to see if they get their pressures right, tyres and pressures right. So we're starting the first lap now. He's just under the lap there. Now he's starting his flying lap. Tim Gobe, let's see what he can do with the Milwaukee Mustang. Turns it into turn 1. Let's see him get into turn 2. Does he get on the power nice and smooth? It looks fairly smooth. No, nothing from the back of the car, so he's gotten a good drive out of that. And then coming into this double right-hander, tucks it in. Got to get onto the throttle nice and early. You just feather in the throttle here, cut a little bit of corner, cut the next corner coming onto this short straight. Yes, nice drive out of that. So far so good. Everything's looking good. Tyres might not be up to temperature. You're going to need about 2 or 3 laps to get them up there to the correct window. Turns it in nicely. You can see he's not fighting the steering wheel, just puts on the power and he's accelerating towards the back straight. Double light hander here is where you start to brake and then start the trail brake, release, allows the front of the car to turn in, then you start powering it onto the back straight. So far so good. It's looking pretty good. This looks like it's going to be a reasonably solid lap on his first flying lap. Let's see what happens towards the end there. Takes a little bit of a curb there. You downshift 1, maybe 2 gears depending on the car. There's 2 gears in, tucks it in. Bit of a squirter on the throttle, taps on the brakes, turns it in, stays nice and tight, gets the rotation, puts the power on, still hasn't kicked it out, so it's going to be a solid lap. This one, I believe, on his first lap was very, very good. Race control, what a pro driver.
What a pro.
Powers it, yeah. Comes out, and his first lap is a 1:33.8. Well done. He's definitely going to go quick as the tyres warm up. Next is Stan, puts himself into P2, 0.345 behind. Here we're on to, it's lifted. Let's see when he crosses the line. Might not necessarily be track limits, but we'll see. Fastest lap. Oh, Cooley, go! Go, the Jag! Go! Obviously, Lupti is coming in for the second to last corner. I'm not sure if this is a valid lap. We'll find once he crosses the line if it is a valid lap or not. And bang, straight into P1 with a 33.180. Good first lap from him. Cooley's up by 0.14. Can he hold that? Turns it in. Gets the drive. Ooh, bit of a curb there, but no, he gains time. Well done. He's gained a tenth and a bit. Can he get? Oh, look at the sparks, the flames coming out of the exhaust. That look, on the downshift, look fantastic there. Powers that into the back straight. He's maintained. He's gained another, half a tenth or so. So can he maintain that? That's going to get him up a fair way. If he can maintain this, a third of it, 0.3. Oh, loses a little bit there. He's got to concentrate on there. Gets it tight in. Accelerates out. He's sort of maintained it, so this is going to be another good lap. Doesn't go too wide. Oh, gains, definitely gained a bit of time there. Accelerates out. Can he gain a bit more? Just losing a little bit, but that's going to jump him up a fair way into the 6th spot. Well done.
And driving the absolute balls out of that Jaguar already. Car that's what, 14 years old now? Is my math correct? 14 years old?
I think this is 2012. Yeah, so you are correct.
14 years old. Jeez.
And it's not It's not Jaguar. You got to say it properly. Jaguar.
Jaguar
has the
Jaguar.
It's a Jaguar.
Oh, absolutely love Chris Cooley in that thing, but would have been nice to see him on pole. But unfortunately, I think Aiden Squires and G. Cohen and everyone else is going to put an end to that, sadly, as I believe he's currently trying to chase that position just above Tim Goebel. I really thought he might have had a chance to sit on pole here, but unfortunately not, is now following Stan, who's very much up on his delta in that P3, and there's a bit of a gap between him and Jaden at the moment. I think you see Aiden there in the pits, so I'm not sure if he's done for quality.
I believe Aiden's doing a Lucas what he did last night, just puts one lap in and just lets it go from there. So this is going to put Stan into 3rd spot. 9 1,000ths of a second off pole there.
Jeez, pushing it to the limit here as we get temps get caught in the looks like a bit of fog over the top, but I don't think we're expected to see any wet weather for our second race, thankfully, for a lot of these drivers, but it will be getting a bit cooler as Griffin setting the fastest lap of just going just a scratch under the 33 mark.
Of course he did. Yeah, I believe Aiden is going to start from where he's going to start, maybe in 5th spot, and try to fight it from there. We're on with Tim, who is just level with his Delta at the moment, but he's still got a fair bit of the racetrack to go. Can he get a good drive out of here? Get it, if he finds himself at least a 10th and a bit, that will jump him up into potentially 4th or getting close to 3rd. Let's see if we can push Aiden down the list a little bit and see how he goes, overtaking a few cars, because obviously getting stuck behind some of the cars here makes it very difficult.
Certainly, but we'll have to wait and see for when he crosses the lines. We're following Stan now. He's also definitely very much eager to get that top spot. We can see him getting just over a 10th faster just in that corner there, but we'll have to see what he can do in these last 2 corners. Pushing it nice and wide, not too wide, thankfully. After doing the same thing in this last corner, just keeping it at 15 tenths over. And it's going to put him into P2 once again, but he'll have enough time for possibly 2 more laps. So, once again, another wait and see. We'll see what people can do. As I'm following Sam now, he's had a bit of a rough run in the first race, but we'll see what he can do in this like mid-pack run here, because it's been a bit of an interesting battle in these the mid-pack already in the first race, so I'm keen to see a bit more.
4 up, this potentially can jump him up a few spots here if he can maintain it, especially if he comes out here and gets a good drive and gets another 10th out of the car. Oh, he's maintaining it, so this is going to jump him up at least a couple of spots here into 6th spot. Well done. He's definitely got 1 more lap to go, so he might be able to find himself another 10th. We're back on board with Stan. Oof, 0.3. This is showing the cat amongst the pigeons. He won race 2 last night. He had a lot of pressure behind with Lucas behind him and obviously Jaden. And yeah, with a couple of laps to go, so he's definitely got the hammer down. Obviously, the cool weather does suit the Lambo a bit more, keeps the tyres into prep. And G. Coleman's up by 0.4 as well. Can he maintain this? This will definitely jump him up. Does he come out of the corner and gain a bit more time? Yes, he does. This is going to be close to he's definitely going to get him into 2nd spot, surely. Yes, it does. What about, Stan, a 32.812, cracking lap. Let's see if anybody else like Griffin or anything like that's going any quicker. No, Miller's up by a little bit. Can he maintain that for the rest of the race? Oh, there goes Aiden. Looked like he just went into the fence there. He said, I've had enough. Pretty sure that was the his car out in the track there. He's maintaining that. Yep.
But let's see, check Miller. He's put a bit of time up now. He's nearly 3 tenths up just in this corner, but I don't think he's got the exit for it. It dumps down back to 10th and a bit more. Austin just a bit far out from that Lexus in front of him, so he won't be able to get any tow or whatever to help him there, fortunately. Not that you probably want a bit of tow in these GT3s. I feel like you're going to be pretty close to get a bit of tow, but he's keeping it pretty consistent. I'm not too sure if the delta on the screen's telling us properly whether he's invalidated or not. Maybe he's just trying to get another lap in for practice in these cold attempts, maybe figure out those tyre temps for the race. But I have to see, as Griffin's obviously come across the line and taken what could possibly be P2 for him. So
yeah, so he's got across the line. He's maintained that because he's got the checker flag on his car. We're on with G. Coleman. Can he get the... Oh, it's a bit wide there. That's going to compromise him a little bit. Yes, it does. He just doesn't get any time. And there we go. Stan with qualifying a 132.8. Well done. Same thing has happened last night. Now it's up to these boys to keep the likes of Aiden and G. Coleman and Tim go behind them. We know that these Lexus get out in front, but they do suffer a little bit. Let's see what happens. So the Why Not Racing boys there out in front. In 3rd spot, you got Aiden Squires. Then you got G. Coleman there with the BMW, which is the Valentino Rossi colours, I'm fairly certain of.
Yeah, I believe that's the VR46 racing team there. that he's rocking at the moment. A bit of a unusual to see it split red. Aaron Campbell getting P7 out of it. He had a rough run last night, and he's managed to improve it tonight. Let's see if he can keep going. He had a bit of a penalty as well in the first race that didn't treat him too nicely. But I might keep my eyes on him for this race. Definitely, he's certainly a force to compete with on track. But that Jag is certainly going to be the man to probably beat him with.
Yeah, absolutely. Just a quick shout out to our major sponsor for the Sprint Series and been our major sponsor for our Sprint Series over the last few seasons, Thermaltake. Thanks, guys, for being on board and helping us support and keep sim racing alive. They've been a fantastic company for OOR. So ring up the boys, get them down there to get all your PC gear and go out and get all your sim gear, because obviously sim racing in Australia is actually growing, and it's good to see we're getting more and more cars on the track and to have some good fun racing. And it's for all ages. It doesn't matter what the age it is. I'm not exactly a young pup anymore, but I still enjoy my racing, that's for certain.
Certainly, if you want to see it in person, we'll be partnering up with them for PAX Australia in October later this year. So if you're one of those people that ventures PAX, definitely go down to the Thermaltake booth, because there'll most likely be a couple of us from OOR there as well. I'm not too sure if we'll be displaying much at all, but we will be there, so definitely come down and say hello. I might even be there myself. So if I manage to see you, do come and say hello. Definitely say hello to the Thermaltake boys there. I'm sure they'll be able to hook you up with some pretty good gear there, PAX. So get your tickets for that as well, which is, I believe, October 9th to 11th. So if you haven't got any plans in October, now you do.
Yeah, absolutely, I'll certainly be there, that's for certain. All right, here we go. The boys are going to be taking off. There's the headlights all popping up with the floodlit lights. That's what I'm saying. Look at that. How good does that look on the track? You've got the little bit of a sheen there. That looks fantastic, doesn't it?
Oh, certainly. I absolutely love it. Night racing is just, it's got a special place in my heart. MISANO is probably not the place for it, but night racing, full stop. It holds a little special spot in my heart. We saw it earlier tonight with SEBRING, which is already its own sentence, really. It's its own. You can kind of already tell what happened just from me saying SEBRING, but night racing, perfect.
Yeah, look, it brings up another dynamic. It just shows you what, the real racers have to do, and they do it a lot tougher than what we do, and it's good. You can see the headlights there billowing off the walls there. I mean, that does look fantastic with those cars. It actually looks like a proper race. Even though it is a PC game, it looks like a fair dinkum race out there. So here they're going to be warming up all their tyres and brakes, and they're going to be riding those brakes really hard to get those temperatures in, because the track temperature has dropped to 14 and 14 respectively, so it's 2 degrees cooler than what it was before, which means that you'll have to work it just a little bit harder to get the... Ooh, someone's slowing down there. Might have been out of position. I think that might have been the Jaguar. I could be wrong. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, it's not Jaguar, it's Jaguar.
Oh, that's right. Sorry, you are correct. I did correct you. It's Jaguar.
But we'll have to wait and see for what Chris Cooley does in that beautiful machine that he's got.
They're going down the back straight there. You can see him weaving to try to get as much temperature. I don't believe weaving on ACC does too much there. It's more obviously riding the brakes, and once you get up to speed, just getting some corner speeds, getting the lateral motion on that tyre to generate some heat. So they're double filing here. Nice and early. Almost up to, let's see if they're a little bit more sedate here, and hopefully they don't have too many incidents. They're going into the tight hairpin with 2 more corners to go. You want to try to take race 2 again, or?
Oh, we'll go again. We're at night. We're nice and settled in. Stan's nicely and settled in that top spot. I know I'm ready for it. I hope he's ready for this race start. Definitely, certainly want to be nice and ready for this spot. We've got 2 Lamborghinis in the front of the grid. Lambo and Lambo, why not and why not? And just kind of think they go, why don't I send it into the first corner? Why not? probably going through Griffith's head there, because he definitely wants that P1. We know he's hungry for it. But we'll have to wait till the green flag waves, and it is waved, so we'll see what happens now. Griffith's not with the best start of it, but we've already got 3 wide there on the second row. Little bit of an uneasiness. I couldn't quite see it is now. It's night time. It's a bit hard to see, but thankfully everyone's keeping it nice, clear. Couple bit of wide. Everyone giving everyone a bit of nice space, but thankfully that's Tim Gobe there off track, and there's a bit of pinball action out of the back. Tim Gobe making up a couple of spots off track.
Safety car,
Sure, he's going to have to give that back, but we've got a safety car. Safety car, safety car, safety car. Everyone's lining back up. It's pretty much another formation lap. We'll run it back, and we'll see what happens again.
Yeah. Let's see what happens. We'll see the replay and see how that started. But yeah, it looks like Tim Gabe might have been the unlikely bloke that's copped it again. Unfortunately, that's what happens when you're in a position. But once we get the replay, we'll see exactly what happened. But I think the Milwaukee car got spun, or yeah. Let's wait. Here we go. Okay, so a little bit of a... There's Tim Gabe on the outside of G. Coleman comes in. Ooh. Yep. That's where it's all speared off again. And who came back on? I did see another car go off there in the background there. So I don't know what happened there. We'll leave that up to the... we're definitely going to leave that one up to the stewards to sort that out. But I think there might be a couple of pens coming through out of that one. At least one, as a minimum.
Certainly, I think there might be a bit of a magnifying glass on Tim Gobe there. I think you got put back straight after that contact and did make up a few positions on track, so certainly probably going to be under the eyes of the stewards there. But obviously, I'm not a steward. I'm not going to comment too much on about it. I'm just a man that sits at his desk and yaps about people driving virtual cars. But we'll wait for everyone to finish their formation lap. Obviously, Stan's still leading the pack at the moment with Griffiths behind him. Squire's still in P3 and running on P4, who somehow came... I think he got a little bit of a tap there, I'm not too sure. But he somehow came out unscathed from what was quite literally a pinball there at the end of turn 2.
Yeah, there's not much you can do there. The one with the Porsche running in the back of him just got caught out with the deceleration of the car in front. Okay, so here we are. We're lined up with the second to last corner. Obviously, Stan's going to have the control of the race, depending on when he's going to want to power out. He can wait until the start line, but there's no overtaking until you get to the start line anyway. So it doesn't matter what you do. You've got to wait until that start line before you can actually overtake. And he's going to be going...
Oh, they might be...
Oh, actually, they're doing another formation. No.
Oh?
What happened there?
I think we're under racing. It seems everyone's going for position, and maybe Aiden Squire's just got the better run of it because he's now taken that top spot on the board.
I believe the 2 wide knock boys might have missed the start, Doctor, because Aiden took off. So obviously Stan was the one who was controlling the race, but didn't look like he was going anywhere. Same with Justin, and Aiden just gone. Thank you. I'm out of here, mate. I've got my foot to the floor, so that means him and go over there. Race control with a question mark. Yeah, don't know what happened there.
Yeah, certainly. I think because obviously once he passed
Lutey on the inside of Justin. Yes, I think it is. I think he's made the pass. Yep, he definitely has made a pass. So that Lexus at night is rapid with his cooler temperature. You just watch him. If they stay on board here, you watch how he'll close on that Lambo. Once he gets into this kink, here he is. He's starting to close now. Look at the closing speed of this car. It's just crazy how quick this is. But the problem is getting past this next couple of corners there. So if he stays close enough to maybe get it in, but Stan does stop pretty well. He's got some pretty good brake control there. Ooh. Little side-by-side action there with Bank and Viney. We're pretty good on that. Yep, not a problem. Gets through the corners there. No contact. Keep on going, gentlemen. Keep on going. Oh, a bit wide there. Fast lap by Tim Gabe, 137.720. We're on board with Kiri now, going into turn 1, going into turn 2. The Porsche does look pretty well, and he's got the skeleton there with the big teeth. He wants to sink his teeth into that Porsche in front of it. Porsche on Porsche, that's for certain.
I'm really curious about what's going to happen with Tim Goby, because he was, what, P4, P5 at the race start, and now he's P2, but he's possibly going to have a penalty coming his way. I know he's probably praying that it gets claimed as a racing incident, but probably won't. But sitting P2 at the moment, if he's very, very lucky to not get slapped with a penalty, he might have a chance at winning this race here.
Maybe if he can get out in front of Aiden, then if he does get a penalty, but we're only presuming at the moment, we'll let the stewards decide on that. We don't have all the facts and all the camera angles to see what happened there, so we'll just let. Oh, Tim's in front. He's gotten past somehow. Now, did Aiden let him go in front, or did he just excite? Oh, here we go. Loopty on Stan, and here comes Griffiths at the back going, mate, I want my position back, thank you. I'm going to put a lot of pressure onto you. And let's see what happens. So, is there a little bit of taxi there, or was it just a great move? Hopefully we can get the replay to see how Tim got past Aiden, if Aiden let him through, or if Tim just did it. Here we go. Goes under brakes.
Very, very wide.
Yeah. Yeah. I reckon he might have said, here you go, Sunshine, you just get out in front and just go. Will ya? Just go. If I have to give you a bit of bumper up and get going, you just keep it going, son.
Yeah, I'm putting a raised eyebrow to that one. I'm not too sure about that.
Aiden doesn't make too many mistakes like that, so we'll see what happens down there. Ooh, here we go. We've got a bit of a replay coming up now. What's happening here? Porsche on Porsche. Ooh. Okay. That goes to the keeper. We'll leave that for the stewards as well to decide on that. Here you go. Aiden's gone, maybe he did make the mistake. Now he's going to go, I'm going to put, here G Combe on Cooley with the, bit of a tap there. Oh, geez, G Comb's had it rough tonight, hasn't he? In his second race, has been hit a few times. More hits than Elvis Presley at the moment.
Yeah, certainly. But Loopy here, stuck in a sandwich of Lamborghinis at the moment in a Lexus. It's certainly not the situation you want to be in. But he's getting very close to Stan at the moment, but he obviously loses it in the corner. You can see him losing the rear end a little bit there. I think he's just going to have to play the patient game in that Lexus, because obviously Stan in that Lamborghini definitely knows how to defend, and he's not going to let Loopy by anytime soon.
There you go, Jack Miller with the fastest lap, a 33.015. Oh.
Yeah, we're starting to get quick now. Everyone's got their tyres nicely up to temp. Obviously, Aiden, I'm still not too sure what his plan is here, because he's looking like he's wanting to get the position back from Timmy, but I almost feel like he's like letting up a little bit, maybe just letting off a little bit more than he needs to in some braking zones. I'm still very confused on what happened between them, but we'll cut to a replay of what happened a little bit earlier. You can see Breno there, and I believe Turub there as well, and Giacomin there as well.
What?
All cars going off, coming across the track.
That is DC there, that's for certain.
Oh, clipping Breno as well. I feel like that might more be either a hardware issue than a DC, to be honest.
Yeah. Unfortunately, you do get that with sometimes hardware, sometimes PC issue with the game freezes. That's unfortunately. It does happen, unfortunately.
I know that situation all too well. That's what happened to me at Spa, and it cost me a pretty decent position there in my class, but we don't have to dwell on that too long. We kind of saw what happened there, but we'll keep following the rest. As Tim Gobe setting the fastest lap now, dipping into the 33s in terms of race times, but Stan has also gone even faster than him. So we certainly got a bit of we might have a three-way battle if Stan can keep this pace up to catch up to the front boys.
Yes, and it's depending if, ooh, here we go, another replay again. What's happening on here? Ooh, Rochford. Here we go with, lost the back end and hit him. Oh, the Lambo. Oh, I feel your pain, buddy. I feel your pain.
That sounds like a usual thing to happen in the Lambo, don't you think, George?
Yeah. It's definitely got a little bit screwy under brakes. Fair bit of rear brake bias. I can't run the brake bias that some of these boys are running, so I tend to make it a couple of clicks to the front to stop that from happening. But unfortunately, Rochefort is just in the wrong place at the wrong time again. Here we are with Jaden again behind Sal. Just look how it just closed. Just needs that extra. Oh, he's thinking about going around the outside. It's going to be really, really tough there. Oh, look at the sparks coming out of the flames coming out of the exhaust. That looks fantastic at night, doesn't it?
Well, it certainly does. But Loopy here on the backside of Stan is even better. Let's see if he can have a bit of a chance here in the T1. He's very, very close. Is he going to lick the stamp? Oh, he holds on to it for the moment. Unfortunately, concedes a little bit of a gap. He's going to have to use every inch of power out of that Lexus. But you can already see it's setting the fastest lap too, 33.6. I believe that's nearly 0.2 faster than what Stan's lap was before. So Justin's certainly got the pace, but does he have the skill to get past that Lambo?
Look, look, we know from last night, Stan basically for 25 minutes kept Lucas behind him, so he doesn't make too many mistakes. And here we got Aiden on Tim. Yeah, he goes nice and wide, tries to cut in, later apex to get the drive out of the corner. You can see it's slightly tighter corner, try to get the power down. As long as these two guys, Aiden, obviously, if they start to battle, that's going to drag the rest of them up. So they've got to play smart, these two boys, to try to get a bit of a gap. So the further they can get away from, obviously, Stan and Jaden and Griffin, and then obviously Mill's not that far behind as well. He's coming to the party. He goes this closing gap again. Have a look at Lipty goes in. If Stan puts it on the picks, which he does, that means that Lipty will have to put it on the picks as well. So that's where you got to do it. You got to wait for them to make a mistake around here, because these cars are so evenly matched with the bop and all that sort of stuff. It makes it very, very difficult to overtake sometimes, unless if you've got a fair bit of speed on you.
I think the bop also might be affecting Aiden, but obviously Jack Miller now going even faster than Jaden there, so there's certainly pace in this field. But as we're going back before Aiden on Tim Gove, I feel like the bot might be affecting Aiden a little bit now.
Oh, it's a move, Justin, on Rondinella. He went a little bit wide, got a bit compromised, but he just gets that drive. He's gone wide, would allow Stan to get the run on the inside. He's close enough to go under brakes. We know that Justin's pretty quick, pretty good under brakes as well. Let's see what happens. He tucks it in. Does he overshoot it? He does overshoot it just a hair's breadth and gets a little bit of wobble coming out. That allowed Jaden to get back in front again. That's how close it is. It's a mistake. And there was two mistakes. Jaden made a mistake. Then Justin made a bit of a mistake. And here we go. Aiden is definitely getting behind. He goes, "Let's go, son. I'm giving you the push." I believe he's just trying to maintain it. He's just putting pressure on him. Go, son. Go. Keep on going. I believe if he wants to overtake, I believe he's going to be able to do it, because we know that the car's hooked up, and we know that Aiden's been driving very well this season as well so far in all the rounds. So he's just going to put a little bit of a squirm there. Just turned it in a bit early, which unsettled the front and then unsettled the back, and then we're off for another lap again. Yep, we're still back on board there with Aiden. He's just going to try to keep that pressure on. This double right-handed, this is a crucial corner, getting onto the straight. You actually dive on the brakes, you release the brakes early, just put like half throttle on it, and you just feather in the throttle, get it turned in, and once you get about here, you short shift straight up, and then just drive it straight out of the corner. Just bumped a little bit there on the exit, which is going to compromise him a little bit. We know that the Mustang's a pretty quick car in a straight line as well, so it's not going to be that easy to out-drag the Mustang. That's why he's sitting as close as he can behind him to get as much drafting as he can. Trial braking into the double right-handy. That's where they go out wide, and then they take the late apex. Oh, beautiful lines by these two boys. Look at them go. Nice and tight, straight on the back straight, and he's going to try to get the slipstream, but you'll see that the Macca won't close on the Ford, because we know that the Ford is pretty rapid in the straight line, and we also know it's got some great brakes as well.
Yeah, it certainly is. Jaden's now once again having another look on Stan, but not quite just having the drive there. He's had another few looks in that corner there, but just not making a stick. See Stan there defending the inside line quite nicely there, to be honest. He's just letting the car drift out to the outside a little bit. He's just defending that perfectly, like textbook defense from him. And it's pretty much just showing what he was doing last night, and it's just not giving Jaden any room to move at all.
Ooh, fast lap from Jaden. He's just gone a little bit quicker, 33.317. Ooh, here comes the penalties for Geocomb, and there's the a 10-second penalty for the start of the race. Going into turn 2, I believe it was. Now we're back on it again. This is going to go for the next 8 minutes. This is going to be the same here. The only way I believe Jaden's going to be able to get past Stan is Stan needs to make a mistake. That's just needs to be a little bit closer, especially going under the braking zones. So you're inside his mirror, and then he could look to see, oh, is he going to make a move? Isn't he going to make a move? And that's how you make a mistake. And that's what happened last night with Lucas on Stan. He's just close enough that Stan made that little bit of mistake that got that concertina effect going and allowed some overtaking to be happening. Aiden's just keeping it there, just maintaining it. The boys behind it just starting to close up. They were 2.6 seconds behind. Now it's 2.1. Are they starting to slow down at the front there, which is going to just allow the other guys to catch up? But with 7 minutes to go, let's going to see what's going to happen here. The time for Jaden was another 34.1 on that last lap, so he's only dropped a little bit, but that's obviously because he's stuck behind Stan there. Maybe he can go a little bit quicker. At night, we know that these cars are definitely a little bit more rapid, and you can actually find yourself at least half a second. Here he goes, oh, just feathering onto the throttle, gets it turned in one way. Oh, a little bit of sideways there, just trying to get onto the throttle. And then just starts to power off, and this is where the Lexus starts closing up to the Lambo again.
Yeah, certainly. I imagine if I was Jaden, I'd probably get a little bit annoyed knowing that you are faster, but you just can't get around that Lamborghini. I imagine Aiden's probably also in the same game. As you can see, and they're going a bit wider than Timmy into that very heavy braking zone there, but Timmy's still just holding the line perfectly onto this back straight, and obviously going to be using all the straight line speed of that Mustang to keep in front of that McLaren. But poor Aiden, definitely pretty eager for another win. But I definitely still think the bop is probably affecting him quite a bit on the straights.
Yes, and if the way they do this, the bop this season is, especially on this, it's half points. So top 3 will get extra weight put on for the next race, and if you keep on finishing up the top by the end of the season, you're going to get a fair bit, knowing that there's only a maximum amount that you can get anyway. So he's nowhere near that limit at the moment, because we know that McLaren sometimes is a little bit lighter on weight, but it also, the bop does make a big difference. It's surprising how much 5 or 10 kilo extra weight on your car, how much it does slow you down. It sometimes makes it a little bit more difficult to drive. Oh, it goes in there nicely. Can he get the drive out of here? Gets it turned in, puts the power down, does he get the drive? Yes, he does, and just look how he hangs onto it. I believe Aiden's toying here with Tim. I honestly do believe he's toying with him. I believe he can get a little bit closer, put more pressure, but have a look at the boys behind. They're going, hello, we're starting to catch up here. 1.4 seconds with 5 minutes to go. If they get within that half a second, it's on. The same thing that happened last night. Let's have a look at the replay here. Oh, it's the Jaguar. There he goes. Nice move on the inside. Chris gets through there and just takes off. Well done. Great move in there. Trail braked it in nicely, kept it nice and tight and accelerated. Now, if Hayden's got anything, does he want to be stuck here or does he want to win the race? Does he want to try to get in front? Is he going to make a move? Let's see in the next lap or so. I believe we're probably going to have at least another 4 more laps as a minimum, 3 to 4 more laps. Is it going to allow the boys from behind to catch up with 1.3 second gap there? May or may not be enough. Let's see what happens.
Certainly, but I know if I'm Aiden right now, I'd be getting very, very annoyed with Tim Gove and that Mustang. That honestly, absolute brick of a car that just happens to be fast in a straight line. But Tim Gove hasn't actually had to put too much effort into defending, really. He's just had that little nudge that just shows that I'm covering you from going on the inside line, especially on this straight here. I've noticed a bit of a distance where Aiden's a bit closer. He's sitting a bit more inside on the entry of this this hairpin here. So maybe he's just showing Aiden that he's not having any chance of getting by tonight. But we'll have to wait and see as we cross the 4-minute mark, and poor Aiden in that McLaren just has to keep following the backside of that Milwaukee Mustang.
Yes, I just went a little bit wide there, compromised himself going onto the back straight there. Again, it just allows the other guys from behind to catch up a bit. It's given a bit of a breathing spot to Tim at the moment, so that allows him to have a bit of breathing room. But yeah, just see how much Aiden just closes up on him. So we know he's definitely got pace now. It's either he's trying to sit there to protect him, or he just can't get past him because we know that Mustang. Oh, the Mustang's got a little bit wide there. How much does he have any more track limits under his belt to defend? Some people tend to use track limits as a little bit of a bargaining chip there. You're entitled 3 off tracks, and on the 4th one you get a drive through. So if you've saved some in the bank, as long as you're not using to overtake someone, but to cut a bit more of a corner to gain a bit of advantage, it's all fair. I've done it. I won't lie. I've used it. Oh, look at the line. He's turned in nice and early in there. He's trying to get the power down. He's thinking, I need to make my move now. He's getting close. He goes super wide to get that late apex. He turns it in. Starts the power out, but look at that Mustang just starts to accelerate, and that's where the key is. Oh, protecting the inside line. He takes the late apex again, cuts it in nice and early, gets onto the throttle. He's definitely getting closer, but unfortunately that Mustang in a straight line, this is where it hurts the McLaren. That straight line speed, we know that Mac is pretty quick in a straight line, but unfortunately that Mustang is just a little bit quicker, and there you see you can able to maintain it. Goes under the brakes, slows it down, gets onto the brakes, rotates, uses the curb to help rotate the car, and then just starts powering out, and we're down to potentially 2 more laps to go. This one and then the penultimate lap.
Well, certainly it's probably going to be a bit of an all or nothing from Aiden, just even in this lap. I know if he can get that lead in this lap here before the final one, then he only has to defend. But it might also be the opposite case, because he's going to have to start defending for Stan and Jaden there behind him. You can see him, they've been kind of battling each other, but they've also kind of been pushing each other up to the leaders here. So we might have a 4-way battle for the good old penultimate lap of tonight. But obviously eyes on Jaden at the moment, who's definitely very much also in that eager sense of getting in front of Stan. Try and get in front, but also gone a bit wide there. Might be another track cut for him there, especially touching the sausage curves. Hasn't helped him much. You can see him sitting there inside on Stan, having a look. Both of them keeping it very, very clean there. Both Stan taking a bit wider. Unfortunately, Jaden getting the better run there, but is Stan going to be able to have a look into this next corner? We'll wait and see from the view of Justin. Doesn't quite look like it, and poor Stan's probably going to suffer a bit now on this back straight with that good old Lexus straight line speed. And unfortunately, probably just going to have to use his teammate Stan now to try and go that bit faster to catch up.
Yeah, with 25 seconds on to go, I believe there's going to be one more lap. I don't think they're going to get across the line. It's going to be close. It's going to be close. Let's see what happens with second to last corner. 10 seconds to go, turning into now. Oh. No, they'll definitely be starting another lap because they're going to go across the line with about 2 seconds to go. So they're on the penultimate lap now, final laps. Let's see what happens. Stan's going to try to put as much pressure as he can at the back there. Does Aiden have anything? Does he have the chance to overtake? Let's see if he can put the pressure on Tim. Good racing so far by Tim. He's not made too many mistakes. He's kept it on the line. He's put it in the right braking spots, rotated the car nicely, and just used that Mustang power to keep. Oh, look how early Aiden is just powering out of the corner to get as much drive as he can, but that's where it is. Ooh, who's closing up there? Was there an overtake? No. Someone made a mistake? Nope. Looks like it's still as we see it there. I believe Aiden's going to be settling in here for second spot here. I don't think he's going to do anything silly, not this late in the piece. And you can see Lupti there in third spot. Another good race for him. He qualified well, put a lot of pressure onto Stan, and obviously Stan made a bit of a mistake. We'd allowed the Lexus power to overtake with at least half a dozen more corners to go for the end of the race. You can see Aiden's just backing off now. He's not going to do anything silly now with 2 more corners to go. Ooh, there was a car there on the side. I just spun. Ooh. Don't know what happened there. Coming into the last corner, Tim Gove's going to power out to take the race 2, followed by Aiden, Jaden, Stan, Griffin. In the background there, Miller's coming over the line very shortly. Warren, and there's the Jaguar in the top 10. Kiri and G. Combe running at the top 10, but he has got a 10-second penalty there, so that potentially might drop him out of the top 10 and put Viney and Barker up a little bit. Oh.
Yeah, certainly. What a race for Tim Gobe there. What a outcome for him, especially after that first lap, managing to get P1 out of it. Got pretty lucky there, not getting hit with a penalty at all. So props to Tim Gobe there. But geez, I feel a bit sad for Aiden Squires there. He certainly had the power and the grunt to get to that top spot, but unfortunately just didn't get a proper opportunity to get there.
No, that's what happens on this track. You make that one mistake, and that one mistake compromises you there. So shortly we'll get the final standings there, and I'll leave it to you to go through the final standings.
Oh, certainly, mate. Our boy Tim Gobe, P1 after that. Aiden Squires, P2. Rondinella and Stan will round out your P4. Griffin, P5. Warren, P6. And Chris Cooley in the Jaguar, P7. What a result from him, honestly. We've known that he can sit there in the top 10. He's managed to get a P7 out of that this time around. So what a drive for him. I see Tim Gobe taking the top spot for the silver class there. So that's certainly going to help him out quite a bit. Still definitely on the train that he should be in the pro drivers. But fortunately, not. I think he might be sandbagging a little bit. I'm not too sure. I'm not going to throw any accusations out there, but definitely should be up in the pro cars considering this race especially. But it might just be his track. Who knows? Or maybe just he might have slid some money to the stewards. I'm not going to throw any accusations out there. But what a race we've had, and obviously Alex Curie topping out the class for the Pro-Am guys. So what a race from Curie. He's kept it clean. Thankfully kept it nice and clean for the second race. I don't think he got too much luck in the first race. I believe that was him that went into the wall plate. So see what happens. And yeah, as race controllers obviously complaining about good old Kunos being Kunos and not showing us the full leaderboard. But I don't know about you, but Tim Gobe's my driver of the day, to be honest.
Look, he's definitely up there as well. You know what? I'm going to give to the mate with the Jaguar. Yeah, he done a very good race there. So I'll give to him. Obviously, tonight next week's race. Oh, here we go. There's your standings there now. Let's go for it quickly.
Sure, why not? So obviously overall was Aiden Squires there in the first race with Griffin and Giacomo behind, with Rondinell running out your top 4. Pete Chalmers securing that top 5, and also the top spot for the silver class with Xiamen and Rochford rounding out your P2 and 3. So even though Rochford had a bit of a rocky first run, they were still able to keep it. And going into your Pro-Am class, Turret Bank securing the top spot there with Sam and Pete Viney behind him. Also a bit of a rough start there. And obviously your amateur class would be Bartoletti and Miller sorted for them. Going into race 2, obviously Tim Gobe taking the top spot overall and for the silver class, with Aiden Squires behind him rounding out the top spot for the pro class. And going on to the silver class, obviously Tim Gobe taking the top spot with Siaman and Pete Chalmers rounding out your top 3 there. Going on to your Pro-Am class, I believe we had Alex Curie there with Pete Viney and Brandon Hope there behind him in the Bohemian W, with absolute great drive. And obviously Miller and Bartoletti taking the top spots in the amateur class once again. And as always, this is good old Split Red here at OOR, proudly sponsored by Thermaltake. This has been round 3 here at MISANO, and we'll be joining you guys next week for good old Nürburgring.
Round 4 was tonight.
Oh, round 4. Oh, jeez, I'm lost on what week it is. But next week we've got the good old Nürburgring. Thankfully, not the Nordschleife. We know we don't want to see any of our splits do that, thankfully. But from here in the box, thank you very much from myself and George, and it's going to be us rounding us for the end of tonight.
Good night, everyone, and stay tuned for next week for more Sprint Series.